Tommy's made the most of his California experience. He's like, hey, yo, boss, it's been fun. Shohei's gone, I'm gone. Yeah, what if Shohei goes to L.A.? There's no way Artie trades him to the Dodgers. There's no way. Over his dead body, there's no way he would trade him. Then, in that case, I would say to this. I think that, personally, I know Artie does not want to be known as the guy that dealt Shohei. But I'd rather not be the guy that let him walk away and got nothing in return. But I'd be okay with him letting him walk and get nothing in return out of spite and pride instead of sending him to the Dodgers. I would understand that, honestly. I mean, I'm a hypocrite for saying so because I'm saying business would dictate you sure as hell better get something for this guy if you know he's not going to sign with you. But I could see where he would hate L.A. so much, the Dodgers, that he would not trade him there. But then again, don't you have to take the emotion out of it, right? Don't you have to take the emotion out of it and take the best package on the table? I think Artie's too proud. I don't think that he would do it. No way he sends him to the Dodgers. No way. Now, he may sign with the Dodgers. 0.000% he trades him to the Dodgers. 1 in 4 car batteries is weak. The leads are weak. And 1 in 4 car batteries are weak and need to be replaced. Let the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts test your battery for free. They can also help you find the right Superstar battery for your vehicle. Learn more at O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's an interesting Monday show. My thanks to Jim Trotter, Andy Staples, The Head, Tommy, the XR4 Ti. No thanks to you, Uncle Eric. Everybody have a great day. See you tomorrow. We're out.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
4000 West Chase Boulevard, Suite 350, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27607. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell and
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back Thursday, August 31st at the State Theater in downtown Greenville with the chairman of the board. Tickets are on sale right now for only $10. Go to pr927fm.com to purchase your advance tickets. This year's party will honor and celebrate the life of the legendary voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles, with 100% of all ticket sales donated to the new Jeff Charles Scholarship at East Carolina University.
Buzzer! Game over! You can paint this one purple! Carolina girl, best in the world.
Are you ready for some football? Get your tickets now at pr927fm.com, and we'll see you Thursday, August 31st at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing.
It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood. Here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earned 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets, and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
East Carolina girls are the best in the world.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Superstitious beers. Superstitious beers. How about those friggin' pirates? It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Go Pirate Radio.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, also online, PR927FM.com, and watch the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and you can watch this program pretty soon. You can watch the Brian Bailey Show, a bunch of other goodies up there as well, and make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the platforms as we keep you up to date on what's going on in the Pirate Nation. And we want to hear from you on today's show, so you can chime in on YouTube and Facebook and be a part of this 3-hour ride. You got some guests to get to, including Double B, Brian Bailey. He joins us in hour number 2 of today's show, as we'll let you know what's going on here locally and beyond in the world of sports as we kind of get through July and get to August, and then ECU football season as we continue to count down the days. Also, some other stuff going on, including pretty soon the Little League Softball World Series right here in Greenville, North Carolina. The Pitt County Girls All-Stars won earlier today down in Warner Robins, Georgia. They're playing in the Southeastern Regional, and they won. They will be in the winner's bracket coming up Tuesday at noon. They beat Florida today. They've got Georgia tomorrow. If they are able to win down in Georgia, the Pitt County girls will be playing in the Little League Softball World Series coming up here soon in Greenville. We'll talk to Brian Weingartz about that and more as he joins us in the 5 o'clock hour. We got Shirley Rhodes here, intern Joey in the house, the Chan Man, the big dog, and to my left, Ellerbe, to kick off today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hello, Jonathan.
What's up, Clipper? Been riding down Elm Street quite a bit lately, and the transformation from baseball to softball is a pretty cool sight to see, and Brian and his team do an excellent job hosting that World Series. And let's hope for some good weather, and a lot of folks locally will get down there and check out those games coming up soon.
No doubt. Jamie already chiming in. Ellerbe was wondering when the Coach Mac podcast was coming out. So the Coach Mac podcast has aired twice on Pirate Radio, and I understand it is available for download where you get your podcast.
Yes, we put it out this weekend on our social media, so you can look for the picture of Coach Mack and Brian Meador. They had an excellent conversation, and it is available. Should be in our podcast channels, so definitely download it if you didn't get a chance to listen to it. And Coach Mack doing a great job. We'll be here Tuesday at 3 o'clock, right?
He will, and I always enjoy our Tuesdays with Mac now. That'll be a lot of fun. And Coach Mac's a solid interviewer. He's got a lot of experience on the mic, just like he does on the sidelines. But you put Brian Meador with anyone, and you're going to get a pretty good show.
Yeah.
He is a very entertaining fella, and informative fella, and always fun to listen to. I really enjoyed that podcast.
Yeah, Brian Meador, one of the all-time greats, and is always good to be on Pirate Radio, and always entertaining. And what is it, IMO?
In Mac's opinion.
Yes. So definitely stay tuned. More episodes of the Pirate Radio podcast featuring Coach Mac McCarthy coming to the airwaves and the podcast channels near you.
Ellerbe, Kaz says 1 day closer to football. And as we look at the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff, 40, we will be inside of 40 coming up this week, tomorrow. So we are at the 40-day mark. Time to get excited, if you're not already, for another season of Pirate football.
Yeah, starting to get real. Of course, saw on social media today, Holton Ahlers has flown to the left coast to get ready for the Seattle Seahawks training camp. Next week, Pirate football players will officially be moving into dorms or wherever, getting ready for ECU football camp. So, yeah, absolutely. It's starting to feel like football season.
And if you want to look at it this way, this will be the last week until February with no football on TV, because the Hall of Fame game is next week.
A week from Thursday.
Hall
of Fame game.
Jets Browns from Canton.
Jets Brown. Is there an early line on that game?
Probably so, Ellerbe.
You don't know this, Clip Rock?
I do
mean,
not.
How can you be promoting the Hall of Fame game and not know that the Jets are probably I'm going to say the Jets are a 4-point favorite.
You put the Jets as a favorite?
I'm putting the Jets as a 4-point favorite just because Aaron Rodgers is going to throw 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Let's see. NFL preseason lines. I'm seeing nothing right. What do you got,
Joey
Joey?
looks like he has it.
Yeah, so it is the Jets and Browns, correct?
Yeah.
Just double checking. The line is at 1.5.
Jets by 1.5?
Oh, okay.
Jets
Browns
plus
by 1.5.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jets are getting points?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Is that Ellery's lock of the year?
It is the lock of
the
the
Hall
year.
of Fame game.
I'm trying to
Over and under of 33.
Is that a purple Braves hat you have on, Joey?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen such a thing?
Oh, I've seen it all, Ellerbe.
That is awesome.
Joey's got style.
Appreciate it.
Is that a new lid you just picked up, Joey?
No, it's pretty old. I wish I would have took the sticker off a long time ago. But
I couldn't tell if that was like a really bad faded navy hat in there, but now you got the powder purple shirt on and the purple Braves hat.
I try to put it on sometimes.
Nice. Styling and profiling in there. Intern Joey.
Joey has a very strong hat game, and which is why we
are y'all going one-on-one?
Bond.
Oh, no. Clip would absolutely dust me.
Is there a hat you've seen Clip wear that you would want?
A few.
And I would like to wear, get some of his. You had that one in particular, like an ECU one, I think, that I wanted. But the size differential, Ellerbe.
Who has the bigger head?
I believe I do, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How much? Like, is it
not by much?
Not too far off? I could
7 3/8.
get a haircut and squeeze into it, maybe. But
okay,
yeah.
So what hat did Clip have that you would like absolutely take if you?
You know what? There was one that I didn't agree that he took, the Motorboaters one. He took the orange one, and I wanted that black one. We gave away, sadly, but
yeah,
it was a nice hat.
Gave that one away.
Let's see. He had a Braves. I like this one, but it was a red and black one. I think you had.
All right, Clipper. If you ever retire a hat, you know who to give it to.
Oh, you're talking about the white one with the red bill, the red underneath.
Yes,
yep.
Yeah.
I'm rocking the Norfolk Tides today, by the way.
I was trying to figure that out. That was the guy that dropped it. Who?
Yeah. Robert Matthews, I believe.
Dropped it off to you. I was here.
Kaz is team 7 3/8. It's a big noggin, right?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you?
Pretty big noggin.
Pretty big noggin. Okay. Chandler, what size hat you wear? Yeah.
7 3/8, I think.
I don't know about that.
Did you like Chandler's response? What size hat do you wear? Do I wear?
Me?
Me?
All right. A lot going on, Ellerbe, as we prepare for ECU football season. I got some basketball news to get to in a moment. Pike is hanging out listening from. Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
We're back.
We're good?
Just like that.
All right. Awesome. Siler City, Pike is checking in from tonight.
Nice.
He's all over the place. But Ellerbe, we've got a basketball nugget real quick.
Yes, please.
Chandler, mark your calendar. Thursday, December 14th. We've got a watch party scheduled. ECU and Florida.
Go Gator.
Go Gator. In hoops. We found that out today as Florida unveiled their schedule. And this one will be in Lakeland, Florida, Ellerbe. Lakeland, Florida. ECU and the Gators at a neutral site. How far is Lakeland from Gainesville?
Is this like a tournament?
It looks like a one-off.
It's not even a tournament?
Well, John,
it's not a tournament. It's a one-off game.
Yeah. Kind of like ECU in South Carolina last year, I guess. All right, Lakeland is 2 hours south, 2 hours, 15 minutes south of Gainesville. But
are the Gators like Savannah Bananas, just playing like neutral games, neutral site games?
Well, Ellerbe, they will be playing Richmond in Sunrise, Florida on December 9th. So, yes.
Maybe. Is that a new trend?
They will play Michigan and Charlotte, North Carolina after that. That's 3 straight neutral site games for them.
But is the Michigan game a tournament?
That is the Jumpman Invitational.
Oh, see. But the Richmond, what is?
That says the Orange Bowl Classic. They all just have meaningless names.
So is the Richmond and East Carolina game both in Lakeland?
No. Richmond's in Sunrise. ECU's in Lakeland.
Wow.
Why?
Why?
Do not know. Don't ask.
Why?
ECU is on a hot streak, Ellerbe. Hi.
Tie?
They have won one of their last games against SEC opponents at a neutral site, beating South Carolina last year. So there's the trend.
Stat to consider.
And I believe that game was played in the state
to consider
of South Carolina, and ECU was able to win that game. Big game for R.J. Felton that day as the Pirates took down the Gamecocks.
Just your crystal ball says the Pirates plus how many points versus the Gators?
Probably 8.5.
8.5
to 11.5.
Heard it here first.
I'll go 8.5. We'll see what those teams do before that. Florida had a down year last year. I think they had a losing record. I did look up what they did against South Carolina just to compare an opponent, and Florida won by 21. But last year, the Gators, go Gator, 16-17. So a bad year down there in Florida.
Wow.
Go Gator.
Who is Florida's head basketball coach?
Isn't it
White?
Mike White? Is that his name? Is like his brother's the AD at Tennessee?
Todd Golden.
Yeah, exactly.
Was introduced last year, so I guess taking over for White. Todd Golden. Yeah, the SEC is pretty strong. I like my SEC basketball. Arkansas, big fan of them, but Florida taking a bit of a dip here, Ellerbe, so we'll see if they can pick it back up.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to look. I love seeing ECU playing, big name opponents like that on the basketball court. It doesn't happen enough.
Hopefully, it'll be televised at a nice hour where we can have a good little watch along.
Yep. So plan for that one, folks. All right. Skipper's here. What's up, Robert? Good to see you. Robert says Ellerbe is the man.
Wow. Thank you, Robert.
That's a nice compliment by Robert.
Is there a better compliment?
I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
It's got to be one of the top ones you can tell somebody.
Speaking of heads, Chad says Team Big Head here, 7 5/8.
Wow. Who's the biggest head listening to us right now?
Jamie says Chandler has to have a 9-inch head with all that ECU and long snapping knowledge. Jamie also adds Florida's projected to be a top 30 team. So I guess they dominated the portal.
They must have gotten a nice checkbook to buy some players.
But guess what? ECU is going to be improved too. I reached out, Ellerbe, to Cy Seymour. I hope I can get him on the show this week to talk some off season.
Yeah,
because we got some nuggets to discuss when it comes to basketball.
Real quick, I'm going to be you, and you're going to be Cy Seymour. Cy, the Pirates playing the Gators December 14th. What do you think of that game?
Cliff, let me tell you, that's about as good a team you'll see in the country. They got good kids, and they play hard. They play so tough. But they got all new players, Cliff. And Todd Golden, he's a great coach. My son's name is Todd. Todd and Todd, he's in the basketball world. They are a great team. But guess what? ECU's great too. Mike Schwartz is coach. Nobody is working harder and coaching harder than Mike Schwartz.
Well done.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Just wanted to play that.
So if we don't get Cy, we'll just play that, I guess.
Yeah. And how much did it, personal restraint did you have not to go Todd?
Cy's going to be fired up for some hoops. I'm ready too. But before we get there, we do have some Pirate football. You mentioned Holt heading off to Seattle, and that's going to be really fun to keep an eye on him and Keaton Mitchell and Ryan Jones, Isaiah Winstead, as they played through preseason. And can they stay on the squad? Can they stay up? Can they get some run? Can they make some plays, make a name for themselves? And we'll be following that beginning a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. That's the only part of preseason football that'll make you stop. Or at least it'll make, if I cross the Seattle game somewhere, I will stop and be hunting down to see if Holt Nailers is in the game.
No doubt.
When the Ravens, if we get that game on, when you start seeing the NFL schedule break out week to week for the preseason, you'll start noticing CBS is going to have the Ravens and Steelers this week, or just kind of you'll definitely be a little bit more interested. So I wish all those guys luck, and hope they can make it till the second week in September and be on a roster.
A preseason little prop bet. What Pirate do you think scores first in all the preseason?
Ooh, good question there, Joey. Who scores
Winstead.
first?
And you can count Holt Nailers a touchdown pass counts as a score, for sure.
Well, I was going to take Holt Nailers on a quarterback draw. I love a quarterback draw.
Okay.
Give me a Ahlers quarterback run for a touchdown.
Okay.
I think you have to go with Ahlers just for the fact he's going to get more touches, and that he potentially could come in inside the 10-yard line and replace Geno Smith in a different, not just when he's just the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Maybe he could just come in, in the first quarter and just give a different look, perhaps.
Sources close to the situation, Ellerbe, tell me that could be a possibility for Seattle this year.
Right.
Using Holton as a weapon, his own packages, things like that.
What's the guy in New Orleans' name that played for BYU?
Taysom Hill.
Yeah. He could be their Swiss Army knife. Yeah.
So I don't know who you got, Joey.
I've got Keaton Mitchell for a 75-yard run.
That's the thing about Keaton is if he gets loose,
just bounce out to the left. First play of the drive.
Is Keaton's speed still speed in the NFL?
It's still speed.
Madden has him as the 9th fastest running back in the game.
Right.
And
Madden is.
You just don't see many 75-yard touchdown runs in the NFL, though.
You might get him. The last guy to really do it consistently was Chris Johnson, right? Who since him has reeled off those?
But can you think?
Runs?
And you guys watch more NFL than I do, but can you really think of a 75-plus yard just running back?
Derrick Henry's done it a couple times. Chris Johnson used to do it a lot. But usually
that's a rare
guy
play
that can get an angle on you.
It happened last season once.
Jacobs?
No. Oh, you know what? That it just didn't pop up as 75 yards, but that was more. That was 88.
Jacobs, yeah.
Damian Pierce had a 75-yarder as well.
So, it is pretty rare. But do you and it's totally different because Chris Johnson was a first-round draft pick. But do you remember Ellerbe, his preseason, where he, his first game, had one of those 70-yard runs?
I do not remember that.
So, because I remember I was like, wow, he's really going to do it. He's really going to make it.
Where were you that preseason game? Do you remember that?
Now, that I don't know.
Were you at Professor O'Cool's, sitting on the front row watching
No, I wasn't watching it live. I'm pretty sure I was at home because I saw it on social media. Ellerbe, can you be a part of an exercise I did over the weekend? Some ECU fans?
Like push-ups or sit-ups?
You like exercise.
What kind of exercise was it?
You
Jumping
have to pick a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and wide receiver / tight end that were not teammates from ECU. And just build and it wasn't even really the best you could come up with, but players you like. I was just interested to see what combinations people would come up with, and I got a lot of responses on it. So mine Quarterback, I went Shane Carden. Running back, I went Scott Harley. Wide receiver, Isaiah Winstead. Tight end, Devon Drew. That was my 4. And I got a ton of responses here, which we can read. By the way, classic Troy D. Remember Troy D?
Yeah.
You do remember him? Quarter.
Let me guess. He had everybody on the Peach Bowl team.
Well, no, only 2 of the 4. Jeff Blake, Chris Johnson, Justin Hardy, Carlister Crumpler Jr. He said, end of discussion. This team would have outscored everyone. And I said, Blake and Crumpler were teammates.
Disqualified.
It was clearly in the rules, and classic Troy D.
He got disqualified.
He got too hype about the Peach Bowl. And which I don't know how much of an impact you might remember. You remember more than me. Was Carlister Crumpler? He was still young.
He was like a freshman. Yeah. It was kind of like Junior Smith.
So they probably didn't. Blake probably didn't complete many passes to Crumpler.
Wouldn't think. I mean,
Luke Fisher was the tight end.
And I'm thinking I'm going with Luke Fisher as my tight end.
Okay.
In this game we're playing.
So there's your early 90s.
And I've seen some of your answers right here. You know, and I'm going to go with this running back choice. And I've never seen him play, but I heard how awesome he was. And he was in studio with you not too long ago, but I'm going to go with Crump Sr. as my running back.
Okay.
I heard he was phenomenal. I mean, I've heard legendary stories of how he used to drag people around Wilson Fike High School up there when they try to tackle him. And he was obviously an awesome player at ECU. But
said he had letters, and I said, who? And he said, everybody from Lenore Ryan to USC.
Yeah.
had letters out for him.
And if there wouldn't have been a guy named Orenthal James in Buffalo, there might have been a different story with Crump up there when he went to play professional football. So he was just up there. But I think Crump would, because it definitely cleans up any era mistakes I'm going to make of, like, he wasn't going to be anybody else's teammate I'm going to pick.
Yeah, true.
I'll go with Marcus C. as my quarterback.
Mock C. So you got Crandall, Crumpler Sr., and Luke Fisher. You just need a wide receiver, and you've got a lot to choose from because you've got everybody in the modern era, basically.
Yeah, and I'm just going to go with 17.
All right, that's a pretty strong squad.
So, I mean, for toughness, I feel like some good guys right there.
All right, Chandler, we need your pick as a Pirate historian. Of more recent note, there are older Pirates out there that know more about the past of ECU football, but Chandler is a modern historian when it comes to Pirate football. So you got to do 4 different eras here, okay? You understand the rules?
Yes.
All right. You want to start with quarterback?
Yeah, I'm going to go, and they cannot be on the same team.
None of your players could have been teammates.
Man. I'm going to go Jeff Blake.
All right. So that takes the early 90s.
Yeah.
Running back.
I'm going to go Chris Johnson.
All right.
Wide receiver.
Is he talking in his Jeff Connors voice?
I'm going to go to just.
I don't know. We'll get Coach Connors after Chandler.
Yeah, we'll get him to pick his team next.
Wide receiver.
Justin Hardy.
Okay.
He wasn't with Chris Johnson.
Tight end.
I'm going to go with Bryce Williams.
No, you're not.
No, I can't.
No, you're not.
Disqualified.
You're out.
Man.
All right.
Let's
Coach
get
Connors.
Coach Connors, give us your 4. You coached a lot of people at ECU.
Well, in relationship too, I got to go with my man Luke Fisher. Luke was a good guy. Then you got to go with Leonard Henry. Leonard was really good at that running back spot. He ran with dominance. He was really good in the weight room. Then you got to go, let's see. I think I'd go with Bryce Williams. Bryce, man.
So you're going 2 tight end set?
Well, that's how I roll. Because back in the day, you ran with the 2 tight ends and you just ran it down their throat.
All right, so you got Bryce.
None of this air raid stuff, man.
Bryce Williams.
He picked his tight end on his first and third choice.
I couldn't remember what I picked because I do love Luke and I do love Bryce.
Well, let me update you, Coach. You've got Leonard Henry, Bryce Williams, Luke Fisher. You need a quarterback.
Would you like to eliminate either Luke or Bryce and then pick a quarterback?
I go with Cran Man. Give me Cran Man.
All right. I believe that is that's doable. All
right, I gotta go bench press 600 pounds.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, I'll see y'all.
See ya. There you go. Fake Coach
Why
Connors.
does he always pop in here when I try to get on the mic?
I don't. He's just he likes to chime in,
It's crazy. I was telling Clip the other day. It's like he has can snap his finger and be like, "Hey, Coach Rick Smith, come here," or "There's Gary Hahn."
Wait
or
a minute. There is Gary Hahn. Gary, can you do your NC State 4 real
all
quick?
time Wolfpack. Yeah. You got to go Phillip Rivers. Then I'll probably go. Let's see, Naheem Hines, who's probably going to miss all of the day, this year. I just saw today.
Yeah, he was on a jet ski or something.
Yeah. So let's see.
Rivers, Hines. Who's your receiver?
I'm gonna probably go with Mark Thomas at the tight end position.
Okay. Can I just throw in Torrey Holt?
Do you need to go down? Do you need to go down to the locker room to get your final
Let's
pick?
get down to the locker room. Let's go down to Johnny Evans. Let's go down to Johnny Evans. Johnny, who do you have down there on the field as the tight end?
Well, Gary, I thought you were going to pick my son Daniel, the quarterback.
Not in hell's chance, buddy.
You need a
Torrey Holt.
All right, there you go.
Touchdown State.
Thank you, Gary. Good to see you, man.
In the Case Age Red Zone.
Yes, sir. All right, so that was a fun exercise. Ellerbe had a lot of different responses.
I wonder if John Gruden would pick Zay Jones as his receiver if he picked if we did a Raiders 4.
Oh, Chucky, can you do your Raiders/Bucks 4 that you coached?
I tell you what, man. Got to go with Gannon, man.
Gannon.
You got to go to Rich Gannon, man. He was a really good quarterback, man.
MVP, yeah.
Running back, let's go. Man, I can't even think of one running back I had in Oakland, man. How about I go to Tampa Bay? How about I do that?
How about Mike Allstott?
Mike Allstott, man. He was a good running back, man.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
I got to go, man. I'm not supposed to be in the public eye.
That's right. That's right. Go send some emails.
All right.
Too soon.
What a performance by Chandler Honeycutt today.
I like your game, though. That's good.
I do want to talk to one more person. I want to know, because Jim Rome has interviewed tons of players, Ellerbe. If you could give me your favorite quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end interviews you've done real quick.
First of all, phenomenal. Going all-time great interviews. You've got to go. You know what? All my all-time great interviews were not even athletes. They were coaches. I can't think of one single athlete to put. Okay, I'll go MJ.
Michael Jordan.
Give me MJ. Give me MJ.
All right, thanks, Ron.
I got to go.
All right, there it is.
I thought for sure he was going to take Chris Everett as his quarterback.
Missed opportunity.
I thought for sure that was going to be the case.
All right, there is Chandler Honeycutt doing a fantastic job today.
Yes.
What were you supposed to be doing this segment?
I don't know.
What were you doing over there?
I'm surprised.
I didn't know if you were working. I guess not.
No, I was over there monitoring. I did see somebody comment on the YouTube section, I believe, and said, speaking of impressions that I do, somebody said that Michigan's offensive line averages is 6'3".
Yeah.
And it made me think about how Coach Rick Smith used to always go down the
now
line.
that you say that, Brad on Facebook does want Rick Smith's list.
He was 6'4", 6'5", 6'3", 6'2", and they average 500 pounds. That's a lot. That's a lot. They average about 300 pounds on the offensive line.
Coach Smith, who was the toughest receiver you had to coach against in ECU practice? Who would be your receiver?
Well, you have to think about Andre Allison. Andre would get out there and torch my DBs all the time. And you got probably go Justin Hardy. You know, Justin was a walk-on. Justin was a walk-on. He came up and he said, "Coach," I remember the first time Justin came up to me. He said, "Coach, I'm going to put your DBs to shame." And he scored 5 touchdowns on us that day.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes.
Good to see you, man.
Why don't y'all get me on the show anymore?
We're going to get you. We're going to get
Yes.
I've actually had some Rick Smith request,
Yeah.
Ellerbe, so need to get him on.
Let's do it.
Talk some Pirate football. All right. Boy, I tell you what, when we got much to do, we'll just interview Chandler's different voices for an entire segment. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
It's like flipping channels, you know?
Next weekend, I might roll out you got to give me a D-line, linebacker, corner, safety from different eras, and we'll see if you can come up with the best Pirate defense. I like doing. I don't know. I just like looking back at some old names.
What about
Pirate football?
Head coach, OC, DC, and that might not be a bad thing. And an AD. I don't know. The AD's just the list is kind of limited there, but if you just did football coaches and then maybe just one other wild, just
another assistant,
just another assistant to have, like
head coach, OC, DC, and then assistant coach. Any coach.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
All right. There it is.
It's a good exercise. All right, Ellerbe, good stuff. Anything else?
No, I'm sweating from working out on that exercise.
That was quite an exercise.
I can't imagine how Chandler's feeling.
We do have tickets available to the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party.
Yes, they are going well. The voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles, we're going to honor him that night. We're going to donate all the ticket sales to his new scholarship fund at the ECU School of Communication. The chairman of the board, heard of them, Clip Rock?
Give me a little more time.
They're going to be playing at the State Theater. It's all going down Thursday, August 31st at 7 o'clock. You can go to our website, pr927fm.com, and lock in your tickets. Thanks to our friends at Carolina Eagle Distributing that are going to be delivering and distributing a lot of great Pirate beverages that night. We also, our friends Dirty Dan's, Delcor, Orthopedics East, Tiebreakers, Greenville Utilities, Town Insurance, UBE, Ron Ayers, and Wilson Jones, Griffith, PA. They are great sponsors of the Pirate Radio Party, bringing you this great event. Look forward to kicking off the 2023 season in about 38 days.
Cannot wait. Going to be a fun night. Brandon on YouTube says, has ECU had their media day yet? Literally the top bullet point on my sheet to discuss, and I think I missed it completely. Mike Houston, I believe, scheduled to talk around 11:45 tomorrow, and that will be on ESPN Plus, and also Pirate players Shane Calhoun and Jeremy Lewis will also be a part of this as well. And I do not have the times they will speak, but it's kind of like an all-day thing, starting with Oresco tomorrow morning at like 9:30, Ellerbe, and they're going to go through every single coach. It will be available to watch on ESPN Plus. From what I understand, there will also be like a studio show as well, and that's probably where they'll get the coach and the players on and ask them some questions. So that'll be available to follow. We'll do a good job of keeping you up to date on everything that's said. We'll quote that for you and put it out on our social media, but also have the audio for you coming up Tuesday on PRL. So, Brandon, to answer your question, all that is coming up Tuesday from Texas.
Yes, sir. See you next week. Last day of July, Clip Rock.
So, we will see you then. Awesome stuff.
Should be fun. Remember, your exercise for next week.
All right, let's take a break. We've got more for you coming up. Hour number 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after these words.
You go back to the top of the slide and you stop, you turn, you go for a ride, then you get to the bottom and I see you again.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates! Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
Hey, Miles, isn't it amazing to think our family has been distributing soft drinks since 1923?
It certainly is, Landon. And with that comes a lot of change. But what hasn't changed is our dedication and commitment to our customers. I'm Miles Minges.
And I'm Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. Our family has taken great pride in refreshing our neighbors, and we are proud to have remained locally owned and operated for over a century. From our family to yours, we say thank you and are honored to be a part of this wonderful community.
Here's to 100 as we celebrate our employees and our customers all over Eastern North Carolina. From generations before us and to future generations.
Cheers to the next 100 years. Cheers to the next 100 years.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Pirate Radio.
I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Wood Ducks baseball is back, and single game tickets are now on sale. You can get yours today by calling the front office at 252-643-5305, and you can visit them online at woodducksbaseball.com to check out schedules for games, giveaways, theme nights, and post-game fireworks. The Wood Ducks hope to see you out at historic Granger Stadium all season long. Go Woodies! Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday. Another hot one here in Eastern North Carolina. But thank y'all for being along for the ride. What would you like to discuss on this Monday? We got some guests to get to. Double B in hour 2. Brian Weingarts from Greenville Little League coming up in hour number 3. A couple other pirate news and notes. We could have a pirate in the next Olympics, Summer Olympics. Incoming junior transfer Kaylee Hamblin has qualified for the 2024 Olympic trials in the 100-meter breaststroke. And we had LaShawn Merritt went to the Olympics, East Carolina Pirate. Could have another one. So the trials are slated. Chandler, what are you doing next June? You got any plans?
Working.
Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Maybe we'll send you out there for the combine, and then we'll send you out there for the trials, the Olympic trials.
Sure, but so there's a pool in Lucas Oil Stadium where the Colts play?
Sure, you haven't seen it?
No.
It's right here in the middle of the field. They have to dodge it. Jonathan Taylor runs around it when he
does a good job of that.
Running those big runs. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Something to keep an eye on there. Hey, not a bad transfer. You bring in a transfer, they immediately head to the Olympic trials. We also didn't mention this on the show. John Gilbert was looking up at the stars one night. He had his telescope out and was doing a little stargazing. He's big into astrology.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw him out.
And he saw Orion's belt.
Uh-huh. What else did he say?
He thought he saw maybe Jupiter or Saturn. But then he looked and he saw a series of stars that
aligned.
they aligned and looked like they formed something, and that was the Big Dipper. It was the Big Dipper that he saw, and it just something popped off in his brain and said, you know what?
He said, that's it.
We need a new lacrosse head coach, because Amanda Moore said, I need more money, and I'm going to Ohio State. So John Gilbert reached out to Brittany Dipper and has brought her in as the head lacrosse coach, the second in ECU history.
Well, let's hope that Brittany doesn't do what Coach Moore did and dip.
You are terrible! I didn't know what you were going to do there. Are you a dipper?
I'm not a dipper.
Yeah, me neither. Never
been a dipper. You know what? I'm telling a lie.
You were?
I'm not. I mean, have you ever heard of Zen?
I have.
The little pouches.
I have.
I have been popping a few of those in on the golf course.
Okay.
So I guess you can call me a rebel. I'm a rebel.
Watch out for this guy.
That guy knows how to party.
Brittany Dipper, you ask about her background? Well, okay.
What about her background?
I'll tell you. She was an assistant coach at Virginia under legendary coach Julie Myers.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
She spent 4 seasons at Elon. She was at Boston University. So there you go. Brittany Dipper, the Big Dipper. Good luck.
Man, I remember when they started this program. It was, I think, my freshman year here at ECU. They started a lacrosse program. And now I feel like we've had some pretty good wins under our belt.
Skip, Chad, everybody thought we were going to go with a Uranus joke, but we did not.
No.
Absolutely not. It's not that kind of show.
We are mature men.
Not that kind of show at all. Jamie says, this is what happens when there are no sports. Eric says, oh, man, it's joke time? Well, I got one. Hey, Clip, do you know what the difference is between a calendar and Chandler? Oh, God. Shirley.
Oh, man.
Shirley, do you know what the difference is between a calendar and Chandler?
A calendar has dates and Chandler has none?
Hey-oh.
That was a good one, Eric. That was a good one.
Man, good stuff to start off the week, Eric. I like that. What are you doing?
I want to look at dag jokes.
Oh, I thought you were about to retaliate to Eric.
No.
That was that's a good one there. I like that. Yeah, how's date life going for you?
It's not too bad. I mean,
Okay.
there's a little something there.
Oh, okay. A little something.
So in your face, Eric.
In your face. It's kind of like February. It doesn't have as many dates as like July or other months.
Dang.
But you got some dates up there.
Yeah.
Joey, y'all were doing something during the break, and Chandler was about to describe it to me, but he said he thought you were playing a joke on him. But you have some kind of homework.
Yeah.
Can we help you with this on the air?
Yeah, you definitely, if you'd like.
All right, let's.
Can you bring it in here?
Yeah, I'll bring it in.
Let's take a break, and we'll wrap up the hour helping Joey with his homework. And again, if you have any good jokes,
homework that you need us to do,
or anything else on your mind, you can let us know. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Chad's asking Chandler, how was your Saturday night?
Oh, it was good. I guess he saw that we had a birthday party for a buddy in here in town. So
yeah.
And Chad, actually, I saw Chad's been to that party a few years ago.
Mutual friend.
Yes.
There you go.
So it was a fun time.
You party hardy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I did.
Good to hear. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll do a little homework and talk more to you here on Pirate Radio Live as we roll on a Monday. Back with you after these words.
It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on Howard's door.
TNT! Already planning for some fun in the sun? Don't forget to fill your cooler with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. And with 5% alcohol, Twisted Tea is there to turn things up all day long. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram here in Washington, North Carolina. Let me tell you what's going on this summer. We have 10% off MSRP on all Ram trim levels. That's right, 10% off MSRP on all trim levels, including on our Tradesman, Bighorn, Limited, and Laramie trucks. That's going to be 10% off MSRP on all trims. Also, we have our Washington off-road packages that we're adding on every make model here at our service department. So come check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Serving those who serve is a lifelong mission, one that Budweiser supports with Folds of Honor. Together, they've been helping military families for over 13 years by funding life-changing scholarships. So join me in raising a Budweiser to raise funds for families for American heroes. Grab a case of Budweiser today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting our military veterans and the Pirate Nation since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com. Have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. This year's schedule features the return of daily themes including Tribute Tuesday, Winning and Wind Down Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Mother Earth Friday, Pepsi Saturday, and Dogs and Dogs Day. Make sure to follow the Down East Wood Ducks on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook so you don't miss anything. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you. Oh, that's a great song. Hey, Jealousy. Alright, so we got to help intern Joey out with his homework. So, Joey, could you explain this real quick, what we're about to do?
So they're about to do a lab for one of my classes, the summer classes.
We're in the lab.
And mentally, all they're going to do is they're going to click a start timer. In their minds, they're going to time 5 seconds. And then as soon as the 5 seconds are up, they're going to click stop.
Simple as that. What is this for?
It's a kinesiology course.
Kinesiology?
Yeah. My bad. I can't even say what I'm studying.
You're talking about some dude named Kinesiology. So Chandler, we have to get as close to 5 seconds. Are we going to know our times?
At the end, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you ready? Now we have to do this together. Or should we you do one, then I'll do the next one? Because we do multiple times, right?
Yeah. I'll do the first one, you do the next one.
All right. So here we go. Chandler's about to do his here. You feel good about that?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Whoa. I didn't know that it had started already. I didn't mean to click it.
I don't think you were too far off.
Dang. All right.
All right. Third time's the charm here.
All right. I feel like we should count out loud. This isn't good radio.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to count out loud.
All right.
1, 2, 3. I went way too slow.
But you also you picked up the pace at
I know.
three.
I had
Try
to.
doing it one more time, Chandler, and maybe another screen should pop up there.
Okay. Here I go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
That's like 7 seconds.
Yeah, that was too long. All right, it says next block.
Oh, so there's probably different sections.
Oh, dear.
If you guys want to read the instructions and attempt them, they're pretty simple. They're usually pretty simple.
Next block.
Oh, we're doing it again?
You're doing it again.
All right.
go ahead.
Maybe we should do the rest of this off the air. This isn't as exciting as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So, are you... they're testing our brains, Chandler.
I guess because different people have different stopwatches in their brain.
Yeah, it's motor learning. It's about your cognitive responses and reaction times.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll finish this during the break. But glad we could help you out with your studies. How's summer school going?
It's annoying, but we're almost done. Last week, so.
Last week?
Yep.
So then how long do you get off?
I believe I get like 2.5 weeks off. So.
And then it's back to the grind?
Back to the full grind.
All right. And you're going to be with us this fall, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Awesome. So we're gearing up. Good to have Danny.
Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, I plan to be here. I don't know if I've gotten the contract yet,
Oh, so we still have the right to cut you loose.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like training camp right now. This is where it matters. This is where the performance happens.
So far, you've got through the
Hard Knocks. We're in Hard Knocks right now.
The other intern towards ACL. So.
And unlike Hard Knocks, we will show us firing people on air. We will record that.
The other intern got fined for saying something.
Okay, guys.
That happens all the time.
Is that like a suspension? He can't come to the facilities anymore?
He suspended himself. We didn't hear from him for 3 days, and then he
that
just
shows a lot about
up.
his character.
Yeah, he did. Like when a school gets caught cheating, they do a self-imposed ban. So like, hey, if I punish myself, maybe the punishment won't be as harsh. So when Connor just went AWOL for 3 days and showed back up, we weren't even mad at him anymore.
Nah.
It was a good move. So. All right, let's see. Jamie says, I have some tax paperwork I need to fill out. Can I send that over? Let's not. This could start a bad precedent.
Not get too crazy.
Of us doing other people's work on the air to fill time in the summer.
Doing negotiations for people.
Can you give me some Hard Knocks music, Shirley? So we hadn't talked about that on the air, that the Jets will not be showing, I guess, players get cut. Because they said it was inhumane. Did you see that?
I did not see that, and that's very disappointing because that's one of the best parts of the show.
Yeah.
Like getting to, sad to say, but yeah, getting to know the...
Who was the one guy that got cut by the Miami Dolphins and then ended up going, I believe, to Indianapolis, maybe? But like him getting cut.
When he had to call his grandma? Or no, he got traded. Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think he got traded.
Yeah, it was. Was it traded? Yeah.
And he was like, "Can I call my grandma?" Go ahead and grab it. The New York Jets do not intend to give the Hard Knocks cameras inhumane access to the team.
Where does this world come to?
They will not. Let's see. Adam Schefter says that the front office is fundamentally opposed to the concept of the show. and they will not show players being released.
What is one of the most famous cuts in Hard Knocks history? Didn't Ocho Cinco get cut by maybe the Dolphins? Or
I don't know.
someone?
You just said it was the most famous, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
I asked what is one of the most famous.
I'm thinking about Shannon Sharp saying restitution.
Restitution.
Famous. Rex Ryan doing a big speech and saying, let's go get a effing snack.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the clip we've played the most all time would be Marvin Lewis. Shirley, can you find Marvin Lewis, the speech from Hard Knocks? We used to play that thing all the time.
God, this music's got me fired up.
It is great music. And Hard Knocks just lost its luster. It's very repetitive now. But how about this? As I Googled up Hard Knocks, multiple fights break out during the first practice of 2023 for the Jets as Hard Knocks cameras roll. So at least we'll get some fights. That's always good. Training camp fights.
Yeah, the Jets are already practicing now. So, man.
Jets and Browns, because they got to get ready for the Hall of Fame game.
And I believe I saw that the Jets will be playing the Panthers, and I believe they do the joint practices and stuff during preseason.
Yeah.
They'll be coming to Spartanburg. So they'll be in Spartanburg with the Hard Knocks crew.
We'll talk to Tony Dunn live from Spartanburg later this week as he is heading to Panthers training camp. You got Marvin Lewis. All right, let's hear the Marvin Lewis speech.
Listen to me. This is a long-ass season. This is a grind.
I said I hope it's bleeped.
I hope it is too.
All right, just hit it. We'll see what happens.
Listen to me.
We'll blame Connor.
This is a long-ass season. This is a grind. And you can't give up the ball. You can't miss tackles. You can't step out of bounds. You can't have penalties. You can't field punts on the 1-yard line. Some of you wonder why you don't play and start. Because you won't tackle on an interception. Because you don't know who to block. So you better make up your mind what you're going to do. It's your football team. Find a way to fix it. Reach down inside and be a pro.
Marvin Lewis.
Ooh, it was beeped.
Yes. I was hoping that the F-bomb was beeped.
We would just say that it was Connor doing a Marvin Lewis impersonation.
Marvin Lewis. What was Marvin Lewis's playoff record, Chandler?
0-2.
He's 0-0, all right. Let me see if I can pull up his full postseason record.
He was there a long time in Cincinnati, I feel like.
Yeah. You do? 2003 to 2018.
Yeah, he was there a long time.
I didn't even realize it was that long.
And he didn't do jack squat. 0-7.
0-7 is his playoff record. Got the Bengals there quite a bit. And, I mean, they were good through the Carson Palmer years.
Yeah.
Ocho, Hushmanzada. Had some good players. We're up against good Steelers and Ravens teams during that time.
What's he doing now?
But just could not get over the hump. He was with the Big Herm.
At Arizona State?
At Arizona State. Looks like he still might be a special advisor to the head coach, although that seems old.
And that's not Herm Edwards anymore.
Right. He was promoted co-defensive coordinator alongside Antonio Pierce at Arizona State, but I don't know if he's still there now.
What was his best record at Cincinnati? I believe I just saw 11-5. It was down there.
12-4, 11-5 a couple of times, 10-6 a couple of times. But they finished. He had 4 division titles during his time. But just look at all those L's in the wild card. They played wild card weekend 7 times and lost all 7 of them.
And I was thinking, like, who would have been decent after Carson Palmer? And I guess, I mean, the 12-4 year, some of the 11-5 years, I mean, that's Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton had some pretty decent years as the quarterback there. And now he's a backup in Carolina.
The Red Rifle.
Skip says, why are the Jets such downers? Mike P says, not showing players getting axed. Are the Jets all of a sudden anti-axers? That was that for you, even for you, Mike P. That was pretty
Mike
bad.
P.
That was rough. Eric, get in here.
Eric, we
I
need
never
some
thought
backup.
I'd say this, but Eric, we need you back.
But you cannot ruin this now. This is your one chance to be able to, bounce back after a good one earlier in the show.
And Mike P, I expect more out of you as well. Mike P's the problem. It's Mike P.
I think Eric usually tries to, like, he'll tell one good joke
and then he'll try to tell another one, and it's not good.
He likes being in the doghouse, I think.
So now's your chance to try to prove us wrong.
Chad said, if the Jets don't like the program, then why do it? I'm pretty sure the NFL's forcing them to do it. Because I think as long as you don't have a new coach, and so if you made the playoffs last year, or if you have a new head coach, I don't know if there's any other circumstances, but you won't have to do Hard Knocks. You can volunteer to do it, but you can't be forced to do it. But if you didn't make the playoffs and you don't have a new coach, the NFL can say you're doing it, basically. So we'll see how much pushback there is. Is Robert Saleh gonna do as many interviews as other head coaches have in the past? I don't know.
I mean, I love Hard Knocks. I remember, I guess one of the first times I ever started watching it was around, I believe the Jets did it.
Rex Ryan, and then Miami Dolphins. They had that random coach, Joe Philbin,
and I remember that one. And I swear, I think Ocho Cinco was.
David Garrard was going to be the starter that year, and got hurt
in Miami.
Yeah,
yes, I do remember that. I've always wanted Carolina to be on Hard Knocks, but at the same time, I feel like I don't want our team to be that exposed to everybody.
I was gonna say, is it sad to know that my introduction to kind of like the football documentary scene was All or Nothing instead of Hard Knocks?
All or Nothing, but
that was the Panthers, 2016 Panthers.
Yeah. I've never watched one of those.
Had they caught it a year early, they would have had a banger of a series.
I think it's a watered down Hard Knocks, but it's also it's in season.
Yeah,
it's a
the great thing about Hard Knocks is they get it out.
Hard Knocks just training camp?
Yeah, and preseason,
and they ended about 2
in that.
Because there's no football right now, and it gives us football.
Oh, it's a live thing.
And it becomes a storyline.
That's what I was about to say. It gets out so quickly. They record, so it airs every Tuesday, and you're watching what happened last week.
Okay.
The Jets are already practicing, and they're recording right now.
Panthers don't start till Saturday.
So
okay, so they play. So is Hard Knocks debut next week? Surely we need to go to break. August 8th, so it'll be the following. So we still got a couple of Tuesdays.
It'll be on Saturday?
No, August 8th is Tuesday.
Oh, that's July. Sorry.
See, you know what's the difference between a calendar and Chandler?
Calendar has dates.
Yeah. So it'll have everything from the first 2 weeks of camp and the Hall of Fame game will be in episode 1 of Hard Knocks. So, I thought about it, which I like the quarterback thing on Netflix.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
it.
Finish it? More than I thought I would, yeah. I finished it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But I do miss the early days of Last Chance U.
Yeah.
That was a great summer football show.
There was also, wasn't there a documentary or something called All QB something? I mean,
QB1.
QB1
had Sam Hartman, I want to say, and it had
Fields.
There was a Bowers guy that went to Wake Forest, ended up not even playing at Wake Forest, and transferred to somebody else. But yeah, I remember that was
Gardner Webb, I think too.
But Last Chance U, because you were introduced to some characters with the Jason Brown guy, and he's still making a name for himself on
Buddy
social media.
Stevens was the first
Buddy
coach.
Stevens is the one that got in a fight with his assistant coach, or no, it was the referee.
EMCC, that was a funny school.
And was forced out of the stadium. He was. Whew.
Those guys, man.
Buddy Stevens, man, that was a fireball of a dude.
And
he was a firecracker.
Charlie, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll continue this discussion. We got Brian Bailey coming up at 4:25. Skip on YouTube says college football is much better. Let's talk college football versus NFL.
I respect
pros
that.
and cons. Great respect to Skip.
Great respect to Skip. Great respect.
Just a ton of respect for Campbell.
Ton of respect.
Just so much. A ton. Just a
ton.
A metric. A bleep brick house of respect to you. Let's take a break. Come back. Hour 2. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Tomorrow we can drive around this town. Let the
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets, and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Oh, come on. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea. I did that. Don't play yourself.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla.
Genius.
Hey Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint, and no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CERTAPRO. CertaPro.
360 Golf Carts is Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. They have easy-go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by the 360 shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, 360 has you covered. They will even deliver right to you. Visit Brian Harris today on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
The only thing hot at Russell's in downtown Washington right now are the prices. Hi, it's Russell. Rhonda and I have been busy putting together a sweet summer sale to save you some money on your favorite men's and women's clothing. It's that time of year when we gear up for fall arrivals, so that means we've created some great deals for you. All the brands you've come to love in dress and casual are now reduced. So shop the summer sale at Russell's in downtown Washington, because as you know, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, welcome back to Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Still to come on today's show, Double B Brian Bailey will join us in about 15-20 minutes or so. Also coming up, Brian Weingarts from Greenville Little League, and you got the Pitt County Girls All-Star Team winners today down in Warner Robins, Georgia, in the Southeastern Regional, and they were 8-2 winners over Florida. If I'm reading the bracket correctly, they will play Tuesday at noon on ESPN Plus against Georgia. So congratulations to the Pitt County Girls All-Stars. Now, if they win the tournament down there in Georgia, they will advance to the Little League Softball World Series, which will be going on right here in Greenville. They are making preps for that at Stallings Stadium, Elm Street Park. So we will talk to Brian Weingarts about that coming up later on in today's show. Got Shirley Rhodes here, got intern Joey. Chandler will rejoin us momentarily. Once again, just recapping what we have today as far as ECU news and notes. AAC Media Day going on Tuesday, and we'll hear from Mike Houston, I believe, around 11:45, and you can watch the festivities on ESPN Plus. We'll keep you up to date on everything that's being said and have the audio for you coming up on Tuesday's Pirate Radio Live with Mac McCarthy, Mully Man, and also Bryce Williams. Also announced today, Florida came out with their basketball schedule, and ECU is on that schedule. ECU and Florida will play on Thursday, December 14th. It's a neutral site game in Lakeland, Florida. And if you recall, ECU was a winner over South Carolina in a neutral site game last year. So Pirates looking to knock off the second straight SEC opponent on a neutral site. That would be something. All right. So Robert said college football is much better. I assume he's saying much better than the NFL. I think. All right, let's go around the horn. If you had to pick one, Joey, college or NFL, what are you watching?
Comfortably NFL.
Okay, comfortably.
Only because the college game has changed so much in at least my lifetime to where I just enjoy the structure of the NFL. Call me boring. I enjoy the structure of the NFL a bit more.
Meaning what? Like divisions and opponents?
Stay the same.
Yeah.
I mean, like nobody's transferring to one deal or another because somebody doesn't have some money. Everybody's got the same amount of money, really.
Yeah, that is
the only
true.
disadvantages I would say in the NFL aspect for players.
So you like the parity aspect of the NFL, too?
Yeah. I don't like how. I mean, I get it. Charlotte may not be a great place to come and spend your days or whatever, but like you're the Texans, not a good organization, but no state income tax. You know, like those are different variables rather than what school gives me the biggest bag, you know?
Surely, now we have a lot of biases because of our job, and I'm going to try, if you can, take the job aspect of it. Like I'm trying to go back to before I did pregame and postgame for ECU football games at Pirate Radio, which one I enjoyed more. So I'm looking at it from that aspect. So try to take the job out of it and just say, you got a new job. You're not doing game days at Pirate Radio. What do you value more, your college football Saturdays or your NFL Sundays?
Got to go with the NFL Sundays. I mean, I think parity does play a lot into it. I don't know. There's a level of consistency with the NFL that you don't always have with college football. And I think that's probably where I guess you could say my enjoyment comes from, is just that level of consistency. I mean, you've got your good teams and you got your not so good teams, but the difference between those is not very wide, as opposed to college football. That parity and that gap can be like the freaking Grand Canyon sometimes. So I just like the consistency better of the NFL.
My answer would be NFL. And I just remember Saturdays growing up, I went to some ECU games, but it was outside playing football, outside doing stuff, running around, and I didn't make it a point to know every score or things like that. But I enjoyed college football. But Sundays was maybe you go to church, and then you get home and I watch or listen to the Redskins game with my dad, keep up with the 4 o'clock game, watch Sunday Night Football, loved Monday Night Football. Then I learned about fantasy football, got into that, got into the pools, the gambling side of it, and just now I cherish my Sundays because I get a day off after a long Saturday. I like college football more now maybe than I did growing up. And
I can definitely agree with that. Yeah,
I'm way more into it now. I do remember turning on NBC and watching Notre Dame and Michigan, or watching the big ABC game, whatever it was, and of course SEC on CBS. Yeah. So I don't know. I've always been a huge NFL guy.
And then to be like a bit of a hypocrite, I like the inconsistency of how the teams play out. Like in the college game, you're always going to know, okay, Alabama's going to be good, Georgia's going to be good, Ohio State's going to be good. To where, I mean, there might be a year where, you know, the Panthers go undefeated, or another year where, like, the Dolphins win the Super Bowl. Like, just like Tampa, we never knew they were going to be good, and then Tom Brady flipped the script on everybody, you know, so.
Yeah. I heard somebody on this argument talking about college football and pro football, and a proponent to college football was, if you watch the NFL, it's a lot of the same stuff. It's everything kind of looks familiar. But if you watch college, you could see an option offense at noon, and then at 3:30, spread offense, and then at 7, a dominant defense, and then at 12, at 10 p.m., a quarterback that runs all around. Like, you are seeing different stuff.
Well, I'm sure you'd be able to see that in the NFL if we had 200-plus teams.
Yeah, but we're doing pros and cons, and that would be.
I also think that it's how you grew up. Like in the household that you grew up in, you know, which sport was more prevalent. Like you mentioned, like with the NFL, you listen to the Washington games with your dad on the radio. Well, some families, college football, you know, you grew up out on the tailgate fields.
Yeah. Like
Chandler, you know, grew up on the tailgate lots and, you know, became a rabid ECU fan. So I think that plays into it as well, because like in my household, college football wasn't something that we watched a lot of. We did see some of it, but you know, the NFL, that was appointment Sundays, because you know, my dad was a Steelers fan. My mom was a Steelers fan. My dad was a Cowboys fan. So you know, if one of those two teams were playing on a Sunday, you know, if there's only one TV in the house, guess what you're watching?
Yeah. And I agree. I mean, my parents didn't go to college, so of course I'm not going to be growing up watching college sports.
They didn't go to the NFL either.
No, my dad actually had a stint. My dad actually had a stint in the NFL, tight end. No. No, he didn't.
Would have been cool if he did. Skip is losing his mind. Chandler, NFL or college? So let me preface this. Take out working game days.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you didn't work all day Saturday, if it didn't, so
pre-pirate radio channel.
Yeah, pre-pirate radio. Are you? What do you cherish more, Saturday or Sunday?
For me, it's definitely Saturday, because I grew up going to East Carolina football games every single Saturday. It was something I looked forward to. Being at a college football game growing up, you learned about the traditions of that almost every single college football team has. Whether it's purple, the ECU coming out with purple haze blaring throughout the stadium. Just in college football, you got the bands. Like, you think of like Ohio State, of course. Like, Ohio State's going to have one of the top programs in the country, but they also have like the best damn band in the land. There's just so much tradition in college football, and I think I was able to consume that as a young child. And watching games, like getting home and watching games, like the 3:30 SEC game on CBS, like that music just fires me up. Listening to it, hearing it. So, and then the NFL. I will say this. That
can I counterpoint? Like
what?
The Fox NFL Sunday or CBS,
but also like college game day. I love Fox NFL Sunday, but
like the college game day.
College game day is the best pregame.
Is the best, because there's so in 3 hours from 9 to 12. There's so many segments they do. They do feature stories on people. You've got Lee Corso, and God bless, we need to enjoy the days that we have left with him, because there's no telling if he's going to be on the set anymore. But like, he was a character with the headgear stuff. Like, there's just so much tradition in college football that I don't want to go away from. But I will say this, that used to college football was way up here on the scale and NFL was down here. I mean, it's kind of getting close now, because I mean, college football is going in such a weird direction that I don't like it. I don't like seeing it. We're seeing it unfold every single year, whether it's conference realignment or NIL or whatever. So, but it's still college football for me.
So if you guys are offered the ticket, 2024 Peach Bowl, East Carolina, or 2024 your favorite football team in Super Bowl, which one are you going to?
Which one are we going to?
Which one are you going to?
I would rather go to the Peach Bowl. I have no desire to go to a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl is
if you just said Washington hosting the NFC Championship versus Peach Bowl, I would take that.
Why would you want to go to the step ahead if they just?
Because I would be
big game
in our stadium.
You could
with
go
our
watch
fans.
them lose.
Our stadium, our fans.
Super Bowl is just surrounded
as
with
opposed
a
to
bunch
like
of
some
NFL fans,
some like business folks that were given tickets to watch Britney Spears at halftime.
And then also, like with the Peach Bowl, you're going to go there and you're going to be with a bunch of Pirate fans. Like, half the stadium's going to be the other team, but like, you're going to be there with a bunch of other Pirate fans. And I mean, I'm just more emotionally invested in East Carolina football than I am Carolina Panther football. I still like get upset with Carolina Panther football, and I love that team to death. But I mean, me and ECU football go way back before Panther football, so I don't know.
Eric said Chandler trying to kill off Corso. Skip says Coach Corso needs to retire. Jamie says, and no one is getting even a little tired of Corso. I think it's kind of sad to watch him now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you need to go home and enjoy yourself.
And poor like Kirk Herbstreit has to like assist him,
and help him out. Yeah,
that's tough. Eric says Corso or Vitale. As a basketball guy, I would say Dick Vitale. He was
Dickie V, baby,
the soundtrack to my childhood growing up. So yeah, Dickie B. Skip says, Clip, you and Shirley need to listen to Chandler. What the hell do you think I'm doing? I'm sitting right beside him. I hear everything he's saying in my earphones. I'm having a conversation with him. I hear him, Skip.
Listen to me.
Skip, I hear him.
Skip.
You know what you need to
listen, Skip.
You need to open your mind, Skip.
Oh, open your mind, Skip.
Not everybody's like you, Skip. Wake up, Skip.
Are you listening, Skip?
Randolph's in the house. What's up, Randolph?
Randolph. He said his CT scan went good. I saw him on Saturday night.
That is good to hear. He said Dax just threw another pick.
Recovered by the 49ers.
He said he prefers college football, and he said he might be at AJ's tonight, throwing back a few.
Come on now.
So Randolph's got his evening planned. Jamie's first game he attended in person was Colts Saints Super Bowl. A, that's awesome. B, his team lost.
And great halftime show. Prince. That was Colts Bears.
Yep.
Man.
Good try. That was was it to start the second half, the onside kick?
Yes.
By the Saints?
Yes.
That was famous for that one. Big interception return for a touchdown. Tracy Porter. Yeah. Who was MVP? They give it to Breeze?
Breeze?
Probably. They love to give it to the quarterback.
I believe it was Breeze.
Let's take a break. When we return, Double B, Brian Bailey will join us. If we could get those likes up, that'd be cool. We got 16 more viewers than we have likes. So you can just click that thumb if you like the conversation, or if you're like Skip and didn't like the conversation, you can hit the thumb.
And like, it's great to see that there's 29 people watching us. But while you're here, just hit the like button. It's that simple. Just while you're here, and it's not going to take you away from the show. You're going to still watch the show. You might can just do it blindly. You can just kind of do it over to the side.
Robert says Doris Burke or fingernails on a blackboard. I think Doris Burke's a good analyst. I mean, you may not like her voice or want to hear her on a basketball game. I think what she said has value.
Here,
I would take Doris Burke.
Here is fingernails to a chalkboard. Growing up, I feel like ECU had her a lot. Beth Mowens.
Yeah.
Woo! I hated her.
Much bigger fan of Doris Burke as a color analyst than Beth Mowens as a play-by-play voice. Redbeard used to like college football more, but with ESPN crap, players getting paid is fine. It's the use of it to steal players that is the issue, and conference realignment has ruined college football. NFL, at least no matter your conference, you have the ability to win a championship. Very well said, Redbeard. I agree. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. BB joins us after this.
Don't dance the blues away.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. It's summertime, and Jeff, you guys have a new car wash.
We do. We put in a brand new car wash just for the customer. So when you come in, get your vehicle serviced, we wash, dry, vacuum your car for free. It's state-of-the-art, but free to the customer.
And this summer, you have an AC special.
It's summertime. Air conditioning units are breaking left and right. But guess what? At Brown & Wood, all summer, I have free diagnostics on all air conditioning issues. Only at Brown & Wood.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
And then it was two seagulls.
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
Skip the cooking this week and liven up your gathering with catering from Jimmy John's. Choose from a variety of mouth-watering Jimmy John's specialties, including box lunches, tasty sides, 18 or 30-piece party boxes, or 12 packs of mini Jimmys made to order on fresh-baked bread with hand-sliced meats and fresh veggies. Pick it up or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit.
Jimmy John's, with 3 locations in Greenville. Order online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Dale Murphy, 2-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
We get it almost every night.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call him today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, taking a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck. Brian Weingartz will be in a good mood when he comes in because the Detroit Tigers were winners today, knocking off the Giants 5-1. That final. O's and Phillies tonight be here on Pirate Radio, and you can watch it on ESPN Plus. How about the Orioles taking 3 out of 4 on the road at Tampa? They now have a 2-game lead in the AL East and continuing to just play great baseball. It was kind of a cute story at first, and now it's real. You look at teams with 60-plus wins in Major League Baseball this season. The Braves have the most with 64. The Orioles and the Rays have 61. Those are the only teams in baseball with 60-plus wins right now. Brian Bailey's Cubbies are playing pretty good. I know they had a good weekend. They have won 3 in a row and trying to contend for a wild card. BB joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Bailey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. Took 3 out of 4 from the Cardinals. That was fun.
Always good to beat your rivals there. And Burley has been getting some hits and also getting ejected. Did you see Burley get ejected last week, Bailey?
That was great theater because I happened to be watching, and he comes to the plate, you know, the bases are loaded. He's a pinch hitter, 1 out in the 8th. I'm thinking, man, it's a 4-3 game, and he gets a 3-0 count. So I'm thinking, like, okay, he walks, drives in a run, does his job. It's 4-4, Cubs still in it. I'm not rooting against Burley, but I'm rooting for my Cubs. And then the 3-0 pitch is outside, and he looks at the umpire, and I was like, man, that ball was outside. And the 3-1 pitch was way outside. It was horrible. And I just kind of chuckled, and then the 3-2 pitch was outside as well, but he had to put his bat on it, and he slapped it to the shortstop, got it into an inning double play, and then he had some choice words for the umpire. I don't think he was asking him out to dinner. I don't think that was what was going on, but it was fun to watch.
Well justified ejection for Burley there. He was upset and for good reason. But Bailey's Cubbies playing pretty good right now. And as we follow baseball, follow a little softball earlier today. Pitt County girls 12 and under All-Stars winners in Warner Robins, Georgia. Bailey, they knocked off Florida today. Got Georgia coming up tomorrow. We'll talk to Brian Weingartz about the Little League Softball World Series. It'd be awesome if we could see Greenville there again this year.
Yeah, they played well in that game today. It was on ESPN Plus, and ESPN Plus does a great job with those games. The video quality is really, really good, and the ladies played well. They've got a tough one against Warner Robins because we all know just how much they like their baseball and their softball, and they're at home. So that'll be a difficult assignment tomorrow at noon, but hopefully they can win some games and get back into it.
Yeah, we talked to their coach last week, and he said, this is just being part of the Little League system just for a few years now. This is their first trip down to Warner Robins, and man, how many you hear the name Warner Robins, the team has been at Williamsport, but also how many like Greenville Warner Robins battles have there been in baseball, and now we got one in softball, and it is amazing and very similar to here, right, Bailey, that they take the baseball and softball very serious.
Yeah, they really do, and they've had a lot of success through the years, as you said. And I remember, I think it was the Holt Nailers team that did play. I think they played Warner Robins. I know it was on ESPN.
And then they had a quarterback on their team too, right?
Yeah, exactly. They did, but there was a great shot of just how tall Holton was playing that little league team. But yeah, there've been some great battles down there.
Was it Eason, maybe the Georgia quarterback? Does that sound right?
That sounds right. I know it was somebody good that played down there.
Yeah. Bailey, we're having a discussion, NFL versus college football. We love them both. We watch them both. We cover them both now. But as far as a fan, and I tried to take it from before my time here at Pirate Radio, you got to go a little ways back, Bailey, to think about when you weren't covering college and pro football. But if I could only give you one, and don't give me a political answer because we know you love them both, but just the fan Brian Bailey, if you had to take all day Saturday watching football or all day Sunday watching football, you can only choose one. Which one are you taking?
It'd be Sunday for me because I grew up like my dad loved both as well. But I can just remember on Sundays, man, we built the whole day. Sunday was built around football. It's like Thanksgiving's always built around what time the Cowboys play. I mean, that's just what we did as a family, and I love college football, like you said. We all love both of it, but I think, and now the older I get, it's just I take Sundays to kind of get ready for the next week, and then I do it by watching, this game and that game. I tell the joke all the time. When I was married the first time and Sunday Night Football started, my first wife would say, "You're not going to watch football again, are we?" And I said, "Well, we didn't watch these two teams, now did we?"
Totally different thing, honey.
Exactly.
By the way, did you do that research, or do we owe somebody, Chandler? Jake Fromm, the quarterback we were looking for. There you go.
Yeah.
Good work, Chan, man. Thank you for that.
Good job, Chan.
And now, Bailey, looking forward to our Saturdays and Sundays. Hall of Fame game, by the way, coming up next Thursday. So this is the last week without football on TV. So kind of made it through that portion. Media days for ECU football in Texas coming up tomorrow with the AAC. And Mike Houston set to talk tomorrow morning. We'll hear from Jeremy Lewis, Shane Calhoun as well. And I don't know. We'll see if anything comes out of that. I guess I am kind of interested, Bailey, just to get to know some of these new teams, kind of hear what Willie Fritz has to say, coming off a magical season for the Green Wave. What about Trent Dilfer at UAB? So I'll be tuned into that a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, and the media poll comes out, I believe, at 9:15 or 9:30 tomorrow morning.
Okay. Did you vote in that?
Yes, I did.
You want to tell us where you had the Pirates?
I think I had the Pirates third or fourth, and that may be a little high for what they've got coming back on offense. But sources tell me that they're probably the rest of the voting took place, and I think the Pirates are going to be picked around 6.
Yeah. What? Who you got winning it?
Tulane again, but I think that's basically built on the same type thing that we always do. Whenever you're voting on those things, you're basically voting on what they did last year because you don't know. Nobody knows anything. I think UTSA was pretty high, and they were really good last year. And that's a team we don't know much about, but we know they're very good.
Yeah, and you vote, too, on quarterbacks because that's what we see, what we know. Tulane's got one coming back. UTSA's has been there as long as Holton was here. So if you got that, you kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. If you're like East Carolina and are unsure at that position, you put them down in the standings. It's kind of the way it works.
Yeah, that is how it works. And we don't know what's going to happen as far as that goes. I think the Pirates are going to be good on the defensive line. I think they'll hold their own, but they're going to have to put points on the board, and it's going to be an interesting summer once they get camp started. But the best part about it is that we're getting closer and closer.
Yes, sir. Jamie on YouTube wants to know, who does Brian Bailey have as his starting quarterback for the ECU Pirates when they take on Michigan?
Wow, that is a tough question. Whoever wins the job, that's who I'm picking. But I just what I saw in the spring. Flynn may have that certain characteristic that a quarterback needs, and Mason may still be on the outside looking in. Although I think Mason's going to have to play good football at some point in the year for the Pirates to have a good season. So I don't discredit the fact that one's going to take the job. I think it's going to be two of them, and they always say if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have any. But I think they're going to have production from both of those guys.
Is this the first battle we've had? Did we have a battle when it was like, because I know Rio Johnson, Shane Carden, but since then, was it a battle, Chandler, with Cirque and Minshew or Nelson? I don't remember those.
I don't know if there was
Do you
a battle.
remember, Bailey? Like a true battle in camp?
Here's what I always think about, like the term quarterback controversy. To me, it's like East Carolina doesn't have a quarterback controversy; they have a quarterback battle.
Yeah,
it's just like if the back is trying. But why is it always a quarterback controversy?
Well, I literally said battle. I didn't say controversy.
You did. No, you did. I'm just saying that most people, I'm not saying you said it, but I mean, a lot of people, I think they were asking Alabama, and Nick Saban went off about, we got a quarterback battle. We don't have a quarterback controversy. I think that's what East Carolina's going to have, is quarterback battle.
Well, in Washington, we have quarterback controversies. We've had those for 30 years.
Well, if Dak doesn't figure out which color jersey he's throwing to, we're going to have a quarterback controversy.
I can't wait. And Kenny on Facebook was weighing into our discussion, NFL versus college, and he said, college football gets my vote because it's more fan-based. Pro game is all about the pro teams. I'll say this. I love NFL Sundays, being at tiebreakers and being around a fan of just about every team.
Yeah.
And if your team's winning, you're doing the junk talking. If your team's losing, you're trying to hide in the bathroom because there's 10 people ready to give it to you. Like, I love that part of it, Bailey. I love it, and I know you do too, mixing it up.
Well, I like being in there, and then you're watching a game or two, and you're eating your meal or whatever, and then all of a sudden you hear a bunch of guys scream.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out which TV they're yelling at, and that's always been a fun time. I agree with you. I think that but if I have a day off on a Saturday, which we don't have many, obviously, because we're doing what we do with East Carolina and everything, but it's a blast to go somewhere and watch a little college football, or go home and watch college football. I mean, I really like those games where the Pirates play early, like the Michigan game, and if being on the trip, getting back in town by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then getting a chance to watch the night games on Saturday night. So both of them are part of a magical deal, and I'm always partial to high school football because I think that makes the whole weekend. We work all week to get ready for Friday nights, and those Friday nights are just magical to me.
Gearing up for some Touchdown Friday, and that'll be coming very, very soon as well. So exciting time, no doubt, Brian. Bailey, did you see ECU basketball be taking on Florida? Neutral site game Thursday, December 14th in Lakeland, Florida. Pirates victorious against South Carolina on a neutral site last year, so trying to beat another SEC team this year on a neutral site.
Yeah, I saw that, and it's kind of an odd type deal playing in Lakeland, but I'm glad for East Carolina. Coach Schwartz, I'm telling you, man, he's putting together something over there, and he's got that look in his eye, like I got this thing figured out. We're gonna do this and do that, and you can't argue with him. I mean, he's putting together something over there.
Something, and it's got folks excited. By the way, speaking of excitement and upbeat and positivity, Cy Seymour will join us Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So, Bailey, if you need to hear some reassurance that ECU basketball is going to be okay, just tune in Wednesday at 5 because Cy will set you straight.
He'll tell me the Commodores are going to be good, too. So
That's right. Hey, we got new ownership now, Bailey. We're ready to go. Yeah. And, by the way, we might have a new name soon again.
I started laughing when I saw that, and I said, but I think they ought to go with it. They got to get Red back in their name somehow. I mean, if you're not going to do Redskins, which I'm sure they're probably not, but the Red Tails, the Red Hogs, the Red, whatever they can figure out.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers? Yeah. RHCPs? I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. It doesn't mean they're going to win football games, but it is nice to have Dan Snyder out of there. So
yeah, I can see that for sure.
All right, BB. Anything else going on? Anything we need to look out for on WNCT Channel 9?
No, it's going to be probably a little bit of a slow week. Thankfully, we get these little nuggets like Pirates playing Florida and the American Media Day tomorrow. So we got some stuff going on, but it's kind of quiet. July 31st should be the first day of high school football practice, and there are all kinds of storylines with the first day of high school football practice. Chris Cherry takes over as the football coach over at South Central.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I can't wait to interview him because I have so much respect for him and what he's done in basketball all these years, but looking forward to that.
New Bern got a new head coach, right, Bailey?
Yeah. Havlock doesn't know who their coach is, but they got an interim guy in there.
Man.
Yeah, Newbern's got a new coach, and it's just there's just so many storylines, and it'll be fun to get that started.
Good deal, Bailey. Enjoyed it, man. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Sounds good. Take care.
There is PB Brian Bailey joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Intern Dan, a.k.a. Danny Beal, hanging out with us on a Monday. Got Shirley Rhodes, intern Joey Chanman, and myself, Cliff Brock, and you has had a good time mixing it up with you guys today. Randolph's ready to yell at Dax, throwing another pick. Let's see. Eric says Red Hawks with some type of Native American theme would be a good look. Jamie says, how about the Washington Furries? I guess trying to be funny, but sometimes we all try and we fail. But you got to try, Jamie. So I'm not going to bash you for trying to be funny. I'll just bash you for not being funny in that particular moment.
You are terrible!
But I tell you what, you're going to get the next one. I promise you. You're going to get the next one.
I still like the Red Wolves. That was the one that I thought
That's my
was
favorite.
going to be the next name. I was quite surprised where they went with it.
Yeah, Fred Smoot, former cornerback for Washington, who was up there hyping up the crowd when they introduced the new owners, was really pushing for Red Wolves. If you sent him a Red Wolves tweet, he would retweet it. So I'm sure he's going to try to get that going again. Are they really going to change the name again?
Well, do you want to keep the Commanders, though?
I don't. They got to be hurting financially when it comes to merch sales and things like that. I mean, let's be honest. The colors are iconic, but they're not the best colors in the world, and they don't have a logo. Their logo is a W.
Well, I think
it's time to make a logo.
Well, I think the W's not too bad. It's
but it's a letter.
You're right, but what I'm saying is that if you're going to make a name change, then make the name change, and then come up with an alternate hat to complement the W.
Whatever you do is going to be better than the Browns. So,
yeah. Well, the Browns the Browns just.
And I've had this discussion too.
They keep browning.
There's a lot of lame NFL team names. Like if you came up with them today, they would get absolutely roasted. Like the Giants. Like, what is a giant?
Yeah. A football giant.
But the fact that it's that old, like the Panthers is lame.
Panthers has nothing to do with North Carolina.
Whoa.
What?
The Panthers isn't lame.
Why? It's a random animal. Okay, well, how about we're the Washington Leopards? Is that cool?
Nah, it doesn't.
Why is that not cool? But
that doesn't roll off the tongue.
That and it's too close to a jaguar.
Oh, God, here we go. Now we got Jaguars. Okay, how about the Lions? Oh, we can't be lions. There's already a lame lion. What's another animal? I mean, we're just picking
cool
animals.
Falcons.
Oh, what is?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Cardinals?
It's not cool.
No, it's not cool.
Not cool. Lame.
Seahawks isn't even a real thing.
Yeah, I know.
Joey, Panthers is lame. Admit it.
I think it's a cool animal.
Okay.
What the heck is a 49er?
You don't think leopards are cool?
Not really. I mean,
what about cheetahs?
We have one. He plays for the Dolphins.
He's the one.
Number 10.
Wait, does intern Dan have clearance to just walk in and get a mic whenever he wants to?
Yes.
All right.
I gave him the clearance.
Hold on. What was his ERA? If it was under,
them's fighting words.
If it was under 3.5.
All right, we're in business.
I was about to say, I think he's good there.
What's up, Danny Beal?
Hey, how are we?
What do you want to talk about?
How the Cardinals is not cool and neither is the Panthers.
Yeah, it's just because we named
lame.
Danny, who's your team?
You don't want to know.
Talk to me. Who is it? That's not fair. You can't dog on me. I can't dog on you.
New England Football Patriots.
Wow, that's so boring. You're not even America's team, and you're the Patriots. Like, that's boring. That's boring.
I don't think that's
no, you
terrible.
For the people not watching, I'm holding up 7, or actually technically 6 Super Bowl rings. For the people not on the YouTube.
You think about Tom Brady.
No, yeah. I'm thinking of my quarterback.
Danny had a 2.7 ERA,
Sure did.
2.70 ERA. So, yeah, that'll let you speak, I guess. My only point is a lot of lame team names that just happen to be really old, so we accept them. Like Joey said, it rolls off the tongue. It's because you've been saying it for 30 years now.
But I mean, just like Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
That just feels
Do you
good.
have to say it in a southern accent for it to really
Yeah,
roll off?
Carolina Panthers.
Who's your team? Carolina Panthers.
What's the coolest name in the NFL?
Miami Dolphins, just because of
Steelers?
Miami, the Dolphins. It
The
goes
logo is
together.
very
the
very
colors.
aesthetic, yeah.
Dolphins is up there. Steelers is up there.
Steelers, I mean, with the Steel City. And
I mean, I hate to say it, the Cowboys is pretty cool now.
Yeah.
Denver Broncos is cool, but are there a lot of Broncos roaming around the Denver countryside?
I still like the Tampa Bay Bucks.
That's pretty good. Like San Francisco 49ers
I was
is
just
really
about to say,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
understand the story behind it, that's you appreciate it. Yeah.
I never liked their colors, but
But then you've got the Carolina Panthers. The Lions. How many lions are in Detroit? That's just they just picked an animal.
Last I heard, there were no bears in Chicago.
There you go. They're just picking animals. So maybe we should just pick a cool animal.
Yeah, it should be a cool animal.
Let me Google coolest animals and
the
see what our
chupacabras.
You guys were gonna be like the Washington Warhawks for a minute too.
Warhawks, yeah.
A
I like
blobfish.
Yeah.
A blobfish.
All right, I
Cool
Googled
animal.
coolest animals, Joey. Let's see if these roll off the tongue. Washington blobfish.
That's
Excellent name.
Koalas.
Washington red pandas. It's already got red in the name.
Red panda.
Oh, that would be a pretty cool hat. I'm not gonna lie.
Washington pink fairy armadillos.
Okay, we're pushing it.
Washington rabbits. There are no rabbits. That's available. Washington wolves. I think we just figured it out. Washington red wolves.
Yeah, you
Go
should
with
do
that.
red wolves.
And that would be fine. It'd be cool. Have a cool wolf logo.
Simple.
Yeah.
Not doing too much.
Washington hedgehogs. Washington naked mole rats.
I want to see a logo. I want to see the logo on that
Naked
bad
mole
boy.
rats. But if you want to be like Joey and just have a cool animal,
and it don't roll off the tongue.
There's no tigers in football. Washington
sharks.
Tigers. We'll just go boring. Washington
There's no
Tigers.
Sharks. Sharks are pretty cool.
All right.
I want to root for the Sea Otters.
Washington Sea Otters.
That sounds like a minor league team.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing.
That sounds like a minor league
some
team.
random team in Wyoming, like the affiliate for like Seattle or something.
Washington
What?
Sloth.
The Washington.
See, a sloth
I
is so
can't say it
lazy
plural.
and sleeps all the time. You don't want that as your mascot.
I think a platypus is a great animal,
That was up there. That was on the cool name list.
but you can't use that because if you use the plural, it just goes completely awry.
Was it not platypi?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's the other. Okay.
Yeah, it's the other.
Fair enough. All right, let's take a break. I got a lot of comments to catch up on too. Eric
I
says
still say just throw the chupacabra in there.
Eric went after Chandler earlier. Danny, you know the difference between a calendar and Chandler?
Sure don't.
Calendar has dates.
From the clouds.
So Eric got him earlier. He said, Clip, I'm getting everyone today. Washington's logo should actually be an L.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's great.
Sure.
See, Eric is starting to go downhill.
No, I mean,
that was a good one,
as
Eric.
good.
I like that. Oh no,
Eric's ruthless.
Washington Monuments.
That's nice.
There already is one there. Washington Cocahones.
Cocahones.
Still have that, Sean?
Yes, I do, actually. Cocahones.
The Washington two little butt cheeks.
It's two little butt cheeks.
And hey, the W could be two little butt cheeks.
Mike P says the stupidest name is the Houston Texans.
Basic.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that one.
Washington Traffic.
Now I do like the Titans. I like the Titans name, but it has nothing to do with Nashville. Like I feel like Tennessee, like the Tennessee, it should be like something about country music. I don't know.
Tennessee Notes.
But I do like the Titans, and I like their logo, and I like the colors.
Tennessee Acoustics.
They wouldn't have any fans.
Like their minor league baseball team is the Nashville Sounds.
Memphis Redbirds too.
Yeah, and the Redbirds.
Washington Wolfpack said it would force Clip to pull for the Wolfpack. I know we all hate NC State. I do too. But you could go like NWO Wolfpack. Like you could do some cool stuff with Wolfpack. I hate to say it.
We left out the Saints too. The Saints is a really strong football name. I feel. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. But
Well, their logo is really cool too. What do you call that thing?
The LaFleur?
Sure. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, sure is.
I believe that's what that's called.
Good discussion. We'll take a break, come back, and have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this. John says Washington crab cakes. I like it.
sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead. The Sidebar is the place to be this summer in downtown Greenville. Have a date night or get the family together for dinner starting at 5:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Or take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food around for lunch Thursday through Saturday from 11:30 to 2:30. And on Sundays, enjoy a delicious summer brunch from 11 to 2. Visit the Sidebar today, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House. To keep up with their ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday. Are we really going to do this again and have another discussion about what Washington's team name should be? I guess we are. We just did it for a full segment, last segment. Randolph says the Washington Honey Badgers. I don't know. And I don't want to insult Brian Weingart's Tigers name because he is a big Tigers fan. He's wearing the hat as always. And they won earlier today. But Detroit has cool names for basketball and hockey, and then kind of lame names for the other two sports.
Yeah, the Pistons is a
great name.
I love it.
Red Wings, cool name. And then they got Tigers and Lions. They went really basic.
Can we say in hockey it's the Hurricanes?
No.
You don't like the Hurricanes name?
I like it.
Where
but
does
it's
it come
not
from?
Certainly
What's
not the
back?
best.
We have hurricanes here.
You have hurricanes everywhere in the Southeast. You could be the Florida Hurricanes and it'd fit.
Also, is that
would fit more in Florida?
Not to cancel the Carolina Hurricanes, but is that something we want to like celebrate? Like go Hurricanes!
Yippee, my house is on the ground.
Ruin
Destroy
my community.
People aren't talking about
Yippee,
it.
I have
Ruin
no
my
car.
community.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
What are
That's
you
a good
just
one.
naming cool names?
That's
Maple Leafs makes sense.
They just go together. That was a good one.
Montreal Canadiens.
I mean,
it's right there in the name.
What is a white cap?
Captain Obvious.
Huh?
There's a team. It's the Toronto or Montreal. Yeah, Toronto Whitecaps. I don't get what Whitecaps are.
The top of a mountain capped with snow, I would assume.
Or the top of, a mountain.
Or a racist with a hat.
Should we talk about sports or just like
pointy
keep going
hat.
with the names?
Yeah, what sports you got? Let's go to Joey at the sports desk.
Hey, Joey.
Let's talk about baseball.
All right.
Do you think the Braves are going to be number one seed by playoff time?
Ask a question. Like, ask a real question.
All right.
Let me ask you this: if they're not, who the hell is?
If they're not, who is?
Yeah.
Wait, you just poked the bear. Nice going.
Help the bear. Help the bear. All right. So the closest
aren't
team
far
to
back.
them. All right.
Oh my gosh,
What happened to
that
Mystical?
froze.
Help the bear. Thank you, Shirley.
I don't know why it just froze.
Yeah, Baltimore and Tampa both have 61.
Okay, I thought we were talking NL.
I was about to say that's the AL.
Joey's sports desk is struggling right now.
All right.
There's papers everywhere on that desk. And he's
57 wins, Dodgers.
Dodgers are close. I don't think they're going to catch the Braves. I don't think the Brewers will catch the Braves. I don't think anybody's going to catch the Braves.
You don't think you're in for a slow period eventually?
We just had one. We lost 4 straight, and then a few days later,
a very minimal slow period.
I think the better question is, are they going to actually make some noise in the playoffs this year, or just kind of do what they've been doing?
Well,
oh, sorry.
No, I do what they've been doing, meaning last year where they lost, because the year before that they won the World Series.
What about the years before that?
All the years before that?
Yeah.
A lot of playoff losses.
Gotcha.
The thing is, though, they are the team to beat. It's kind of scary, but that is the facts right now. And honestly, like, they're the best team in baseball, and it would be tough to argue that.
I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, because you look at the American League, Joey said it, the Rays and Orioles have the most wins over there. You got the Rangers. Do you really believe in them? The Astros, I'm more worried about them just because of their name. But, like, who scares you? Like, the Dodgers, I guess, would scare me the most out of anybody. When the Braves won the World Series, Danny, a couple of years ago, I celebrated the Dodgers in LCS more than I did the World Series. It was like getting past the big bad Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Was
For
my
sure.
thing. And it was almost like house money in the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
How about this? What does Boston do postseason wise? Like, are they wild card?
They're on the fence of buying or selling. I think we got a big 2-game set coming up against your Braves actually tonight or tomorrow and Wednesday. They're on the fence of, like I said, buying or selling. They're trying to figure out whether they want to keep or get rid of James Paxton. Obviously, he's had a tremendous year, and they're trying to figure out whether they want to get prospects for him or try to take advantage of his great year he's had so far. But I don't know. I mean, we're in the toughest division in baseball right now, and we're in the basement currently, I think, or maybe since we won last night, the Yankees are now. But it's just trying to figure out.
In the basement, 6 games over 500.
Yeah,
it's
it's just like, I don't know, because I mean, I think there were a couple points this year where if we had the same record, we'd be in first place in the Central. because that's just miserable.
Yep, you would be right now. Currently, a half came up on the Twins.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll make a run at the wild card. I don't like being a fan of teams that just don't push for the playoffs. Like, I just don't understand the process of like, oh yeah, we'll just sell and play for next year. Like, that's not the point. You know,
go for it.
Yeah.
All right, back to the sports desk real quick. What you got, Joey?
Ohtani, does he get traded by the deadline? And where does he go?
If he's not going to re-sign, it would be in their best interest to trade him, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure. But does a team put up enough assets for the Angels to be like, okay?
I was kind of surprised the other day when Mark from Camden Chat said he wouldn't put together a package with like Jackson Holiday for Shohei Ohtani. And I was like, wow.
Well, it's also because you have to. Don't you trade for him now, and then you have to lock him in for a contract in the next offseason?
Or let him walk, yeah.
Jackson Holiday is also 19. Like, I feel like that's like the one thing about the Orioles fans is like they're looking for the future, and obviously Shohei's, I mean, generational talent. But again, like you said, you got to sign him in the offseason.
Yeah.
So it's a rental, if anything, unless you guarantee him and extend him right when you get him.
Expensive rental too. And I don't think Ohtani's gonna love the city of Baltimore compared to LA. If I were to assume,
I think the only team that has a chance is Dodgers. As annoying as it is to say.
Yeah, that was.
I know. Right? See, you know what I'm saying? It's annoying.
Yeah.
The rich get richer.
I wonder if teams will go. Probably not. But what the Braves did during their World Series run, they brought in Jock Peterson, Eddie Rosario, and Jorge Soler. And at the time, it was like, all right, made a few moves here, but what have you really done? And those guys were amazing in the playoff
Especially
run.
Rosario.
So you just never know. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Brian Weingarts joins us. We'll talk more baseball. He's a big baseball fan, and also Little League Softball World Series coming back to Greenville. That is exciting, and Weingarts will tell us all about that when we return. Hour 3 Pirate Radio Live. Also have a giveaway for you. It's on the way after this.
What's the matter with your head?
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets, and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
Did you know that it's illegal to dig without first calling 811? 811 is a free program that locates underground utilities, marking them with flags and paint lines so you know where not to dig. Accidentally digging into utility lines interrupts service and could seriously hurt you or someone else. If you know someone who's planning to dig, encourage them to call 811 at least 3 full working days before they dig. 811 is free, it's safe, and it's the law. This message is brought to you by Greenville Utilities and this station.
You gotta love the juice at Jersey Mike's. That zing of real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend is even better than the zing of a first kiss. No offense to Brenda DeMarche. It was a fine first smooch for me behind the bleachers. But there's nothing like when that zing of the juice hits your lips for the very first time. Years later, Brenda and I shared a Jersey Mike's sub with extra juice. We had a better time because neither of us had braces. Add a flavor zing with the juice. Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Take control of your health with Arc Point Labs. There are a number of hormones that are important for a male's general health, other than just the common thought of testosterone. The Arc Point Labs Overall Men's Health Panel test for complete blood count, liver and kidney function, cholesterol, thyroid levels, and more. Get a simple blood test today by getting started at arcpointlabs.com or call 629-6228. ArcPoint Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit arcpointlabs.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. They have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. As I said earlier, Brian Weingartz will be in a good mood as he joins us today because his Tigers were 5-1 winners over the Giants on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dubuck. Thank you, Chandler, for that. Brian, welcome into the show. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Got the Little League Softball World Series coming up, and another score on our Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, 8-2. The Pitt County girls, softball All-Stars beating Florida today. So they stay in the winners bracket. And we'll play Georgia coming up on Tuesday, Brian. They got to win that to get to the Little League Softball World Series. So we're rooting them on. That's going on down in Georgia right now.
Yeah, they have to win the regional. They played here in the state tournament and finished second to Rowan Little League out of Salisbury, North Carolina, who's a perennial powerhouse. They've won 2 World Series and been to a couple others. And but the Pitt County girls team seems like they're a really good team. I watched a lot of their game today, and they're pretty impressive, and they look good today.
And they're coming up Tuesday at noon. You can watch them again on ESPN Plus. Really cool that those games are streaming. So, Brian, that Rowan team's already in the Little League World Series?
Yeah, the North Carolina state champion gets an automatic ticket to the World Series, and they won North Carolina here a couple weeks ago.
All right, let's get the details, Brian. First of all, the dates. When do the festivities begin here in Greenville?
I guess the first public thing in relationship to the World Series is August 5th. The opening ceremonies are at the Town Common, and gosh, I think they're like around 6 o'clock, but I'd have to check on that for sure. But they're at the Town Common that evening, and there's lots of information out about that. It's not too hard to find, but that'll be the first night. And then the gameplay actually starts August the 6th, and it's scheduled to conclude August the 13th.
How many teams will be here in Greenville for the Little League World Series?
12 teams. There'll be 8 United States teams and 4 international teams coming.
And you said a few teams, well, you mentioned Rowan, but a few teams have already punched their ticket, right?
Yeah, Rowan's in. The Asia Pacific champion is, if I can say this right, Bacolod City, the Philippines, and it's the same league that was here last year. So I think they'll probably have some of the same players. Milano, Italy. We had Italy here last year, but this is a different league from Italy. They will be here, and then Guayama, Puerto Rico will be representing the Latin American region. They'll be here as well, and that's the same league that was here last year. And then on the international side, we're still waiting on the national champion from Canada. That'll round out the international field.
All right, where'd Joey go? We need Joey to do some interviews with the Puerto Rican team when they get here. He'll be pulling for his homeland there. That'd be cool. All right, so and now, Brian, we're awaiting all these other regionals that are going on. And right now, Pitt County down in the Southeastern Regional, but are all those going on this week?
Yeah, and they're all on ESPN Plus. It's a lot of fun for us just to watch them. And you hear how many times Greenville gets mentioned in such a positive light, and we all enjoy seeing that, and try to watch as many of the games as we can. I've watched some of the games from the West Region headquarters in San Bernardino, California, also Bristol, Connecticut, which is the East Region headquarters, some from Whitestown, Indiana, which is the Central Region headquarters. And then from our region, Warner Robins, they just started today, so we watched some of those games too. And then the Southwest region, which has won the first 2 World Series that have been held here in Greenville, their games are on the Longhorn Network, and I don't have the Longhorn Network, so they're sort of a wild card, not quite sure, but I do know that Hewitt, Texas, Midway Little League, they have won the west half of Texas again, so they'll be in that tournament, so that they have an opportunity to win their way out of that tournament and come back here and defend their title.
It was Texas who knocked out Greenville last year, Pitt County last year. Is that right? I believe that's right.
Virginia.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, it was Virginia. Yeah.
Okay, and then Texas beat Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Joey, are you familiar? What's the team from Puerto Rico there, Brian?
Let's see, it's Guayama, Guayama, Puerto Rico.
Guaynabo?
Guayama, Guayama.
Oh, Guayama. Okay,
Guayama.
yeah, that's like 25 minutes away from my grandma's house.
There you go. They'll be in Greenville in the Little League World Series.
Oh, really?
World Series.
They advanced?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to go out there and do some interviews or something.
Oh, yeah, in Spanish and everything. I'll do it.
No, you got to bring gifts too. I mean, that's what the Filipino population did for the team from the Philippines. You got to come bearing gifts.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll make a nice little arroz con pollo. Yeah, I got it. Whip it up, man.
There you go. All right, Brian. So, man, looking forward to it. It was awesome to watch on TV last year, and I tried to get out to a game. I have my first pitch times mixed up, so I never made it out to a game, but hope to get out there this year. But how about fans? Is it free to go? How much are tickets?
Absolutely free.
Yeah.
Just the certain games, the stadium area is limited to ticket holding people. I mean, such as like maybe VIPs, and when you get to the end, you have the families and things of the players. Have reserved seating. So, but anybody that's been to Elm Street before, I mean, there's so many good places to watch the game from. That you can have a good view of it and be just as happy as the people sitting in the stadium, I think.
Danny, check out some Little League Softball World Series action.
I've seen the production that they put on, and it really is a good time. I mean, like you were saying, it's a lot of great spots to watch from. It's a tremendous park, and I might have to, if I'm in town, I'm gonna have to go by and check it out.
Brian, I know I follow your social media. I know you are working on the field daily. So how's the field shift over from baseball to softball going?
Yeah, I mean, it's really went well this year, just simply because the weather's been good. Our first year of doing it in 21, it rained all the time. The field was wet, and even on the days it wasn't raining, it was hard to get heavy equipment in there because left field was so wet. And this year, we're way ahead of the game. I mean, you could have played a game on that field like Thursday or Friday of last week, probably. I mean, it's really in good shape. We're just trying to grow in a little more grass. We really beat it up during the Greenville Little League season. And so there's some wear areas, especially up around home plate. We've resodded some of them we're just trying to grow back in. And so, but we think it's going to not only play really good, it'll look really good on television and in person as well.
Now, how long does that kind of process take from flipping it to baseball and softball? Obviously, the dirt infield is one thing, but how long does that kind of process take from the end of the Greenville Little League season to softball Little League starting?
From the time they roll into town to do it takes 3 days.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
it's a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, these guys are really good, and they work really hard. And it's a company called Eastern Turf out of Raleigh. They do a lot of stuff over here at East Carolina for athletics, and they handle a lot of the Duke and Carolinas and NC States and people like that too. They do a lot of their stuff. And I mean, these guys, they get there at 8:30 in the morning or so from Raleigh, and and a lot of nights it's, hey, can you turn on the lights for us so we can finish this part up, do that, and they really work hard, and I don't know how they do it in all that heat, but they figure it out, and they really do a good job with it.
Brian, how about as far as, I don't know, workers, volunteers, do you need anybody out there? Do they have all that covered? How can people help out with anything?
Yeah, at this point, it's pretty well covered. We have a tremendous number of volunteers, especially for the fun stuff, and then there's for some of the other things we sort of have to spread out, the people that are like, they have to sit a quarter mile up the street and check and make sure the cars don't pull into areas they're not supposed to, and that sort of thing. But we're in pretty good shape as far as all that goes, and we're at the point where most everybody's been scheduled for each day, to do particular things like concessions or souvenirs, ushers. We have Richard Allsbrook, everybody that goes to D.H. Conley games. Here's Richard, and then Mark Hessert, who used to be with the Pirate Club. There are two head ushers, and they do a tremendous job of taking their people, getting them scheduled, make sure that that the right people that are supposed to be in the stadium are in the stadium, and then when they're in the stadium, they're not sitting in places they're not supposed to, and that's kind of their job throughout the series.
How closely does this, when you begin, fall ball, like when you reflip the stadium, like how closely is all that together?
They usually come toward the end of August. There's usually about a week. The field just kind of sits there and hangs out and doesn't do much of anything. And then they come and get it back to baseball. And then they turn it over to me, and I have to do a lot of edging. We have to do a little bit of work to the mound and that kind of thing. But like last year, for example, we played our first fall games on the field 13 days after all the new sod had been laid and everything. Right. And of course, if you were trying to play an East Carolina football game out there with 300-pound linemen, it might not work so good. But but our little 90-pounders, they're not out there tearing up sod and that kind of thing. And so we played on it like that last year, and everything was fine.
You do such an amazing job with the field, Brian, and luckily you said these guys that come in are experts. Are you like nervous handing your baby over to outsiders?
No.
You're good.
It's like when we first had an inkling we might get this World Series. The first person I called was Chris Ball. Chris is a Greenville boy. He played in Little League from like 1986 to 1989. And he was a huge part of our of refurbishing the field after we got flooded by Hurricane Floyd back almost a quarter century ago. And he's really been a great advocate, for our field, and has always been really helpful to me, if I have questions or that kind of thing. And Chris was a groundskeeper. Several different professional stops, the last being the Gwinnett Braves, where he was, always won awards, and that kind of thing. And so he's just so good at what he does. Now he's into sales because groundskeeping's a tough gig if you want to have a wife and a family and that kind of thing. It just doesn't work, when you're there 20 hours a day, at the park. And so he's kind of transitioned, away from the groundskeeping part, but I think he gets his fill of it, during this World Series time, because it's quite a challenge to make that field, what we hope it can be.
Yeah. Brian Weingard's joining us, intern Dan, aka Danny Beal, hanging out as well, and you'll have all the ESPN folks coming in as well, announcers, things like that. And what's your role going to be, Brian, for this?
I tell people a lot. I kind of take care of bullpens during the tournament, and the female grounds crew that we have coming again this year. We had a female grounds crew that was there for a portion of the World Series, and they'll be here for a portion of the World Series this year. They nicknamed me Base Guy Brian, and so what my job was is of the 3 sets of bases that we have that go on the field, my job was to take them behind the stadium and spray a substance on them and get my scrub brush out and scrub them so they were white again. And so
base guy Brian.
And so because we change bases every 3 innings at the World Series. I mean, this isn't we don't play. So we change bases every 3 innings. So
that's way more than we did for D1 baseball.
Yeah, well, we don't do that during our season, trust me. But yeah, we change them every 3 innings, so they have fresh bases, and if they go into extra innings, they get fresh bases for the 7th inning. And so I just sit back there and scrub bases, and we had the people that Chris brings in. That came from throughout the country. I mean, we had a young lady from Reno, Nevada that was here. Her name's Leah Withrow, and she was the groundskeeper for the Reno Aces, and she won a really big award. It might have been a national award. I can't remember exactly what it was. But
so it's like an all-star grounds crew.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I looked up last year, and there was a guy named Luke Yoder that was here probably about 4 or 5 days before the World Series, and most people don't know who Luke Yoder is, but Luke Yoder used to be the groundskeeper for the Padres and one other major league team too, but he was a groundskeeper for the Padres, and kind of got out of it at one point. I looked at him and said, my gosh, and then I said, who's that? And he goes, that's Luke Yoder. And I said, my gosh. I said, that's crazy. We have the former groundskeeper for the San Diego Padres is here, just doing regular stuff for us. So
really cool. Danny, anything else?
No, it's good that they put on this show. I mean, like you were saying, it's an all-star kind of crew that they got out, and like I was just thinking while you were talking how important the Little League World Series was to me when I was younger, about how it was like kind of the mecca, and like you were saying, it brings such a positive light to Greenville, and any way we can do that, try to get it to be where on the level that Williamsport is, I feel like that's any way you can do it, you're going to do it. So I mean, like you said, the grounds crew is just, that field is just incredible. I've never seen anything like it on a field that size with that kind of area around it. There's nothing, it doesn't get much better.
Yeah, we're really proud of it, and and it's a product of the local Little League, which has been here for the last 73 years, and the people that have been such a part of it. Our relationship we have with the Greenville Recreation and Parks Department is second to none. I mean, they're super supportive of everything we try to do. Their guys are out there really working hard today, putting in fence posts and stuff like that for the temporary fencing, and it's just really the park is really a product of our Little League and our relationship with them over the last 70 some odd years, and so we're grateful that we have them on board as well.
Do you know who the announcers will be coming here, Brian? Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's the same. It'll be, for the ESPN games, it's usually like Michelle Smith, Amanda Scarborough, and Courtney Lyle, and then they have a couple of different ones that come for the ESPN Plus games. And then we haven't mentioned it yet, but we're really excited this year. The championship game's going to be on 3:30 on Sunday afternoon, the 13th. It's going to be on ABC Sports. And so that's pretty crazy right there.
Greenville, North Carolina highlighted on network TV.
Awesome. I know. It's like when you get tired and you're out there working on the field, you're thinking, oh my gosh.
ABC.
You start saying ABC and you just get a burst of energy,
And those bases are going to be pearly white, thanks to base guy Brian.
I've got to ask. So the brushing, that's something you have to do by yourself in the midst of the next change?
Well, we have 3 sets of them, and so we take them. We have a table back there, and usually right when they come off, you just do it right then, because that way you're always ahead of the game.
Okay,
a little bit.
So Joey, I don't want to. I was going to say,
he works for the grounds crew at ECU, so.
I don't want to expose the secrets, but are we cheaters by? So we're big on spray paint.
Are you paying them?
Paint them.
Nah, you're cheating.
Yeah, I figured so. Yeah, we go back there, paint them up.
But look, I have immense respect for you guys, because you guys are there. You got 2 fields, really, if you count. You got softball and baseball going on. It goes on the same weekend, and you never know when it's going to start, when it's going to end. So that's cheating, but it's. I
got to use our cheats.
I'd be cheating too if I was you. Seriously.
How many years did it take, Brian, for you to master the art of raking and dragging and just everything that goes into it?
Man, I tell people I'm not really a groundskeeper. I'm just a guy that watches a lot of YouTube videos and try to copy what they do. Or the other thing is like when they're doing a post game interview, after an MLB game, you look out over the shoulders of the guy doing the post game interview, you see what the grounds crew is doing, and then you copy it. I actually took a picture after a Tiger game last year or maybe 2 years ago and tweeted it, and some guy from the Tigers ground crew actually recognized himself on the field working. He goes, "Hey, it's me," And so,
it's definitely an unforgiving job. It's not someone that you want to be a perfectionist with, because any way you do it, if you think it's right, somebody's going to find something wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Tommy Walston, who used to be the groundskeeper for the Kinston Indian when they were the Indians. He told me, man, he goes, it's really tough because it's like if there's a hop a guy doesn't like or something like that, they'll blame you, and say, man, it's your fault, I mean, you got to get this better, that kind of thing. And our kids, I mean, look, we get bad hops every once in a while too in our field, but nobody gets mad at me, because they know I'm trying, doing the best I can, and so. But yeah, I mean, those guys, the pressure they're under at any level, pretty much above where we're at, it's immense.
Sometimes I have anxiety leading up to ECU games, and we're doing the pregame reads, and the guys are chalking the box and everything, and I'm just like, man, if they screw up, like they're gonna have to delay.
There was a couple games, where there's been times because you got to make that. We got a 15-minute in and out change, so there's been times where. And I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't mind if I say this, but the guy who does it this season is 60% deaf. So like, if he's messing up or needs to, hurry up, like we got to run over and touch him, and like, hey, this is not looking right. Or
it really is incredible. I mean, you guys are like a pit crew. Like, it'll be in and out, flip, done, and then you guys are on there like with every single tool you can possibly imagine that'll fit in like a yard in a garage, and it's like, okay, well, let's get to work then, and we're throwing them. We're like, it really is incredible what you guys do.
I was gonna ask, so when it comes to like watering the field and stuff like that, do you have any coaches that say like, I need you to water this part a little bit more?
We do not.
Okay.
I've heard of guys like that.
Yeah, because I know like even Cliff himself, like we got some spots where he wants the water a little bit more than others, like just in front of the batter's box or stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, so like when you hit the ground ball, that first hop out of there is a soft one. There used to be the old thing about the MLB guys, at first base. If you were playing the Cardinals of the '80s, you would take the first base leadoff area and turn it into a mud pit. So they, Vince Coleman and all those guys would get off to a slow start. We don't we don't have anybody like that yet.
Brian Weingart's joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. Well, Brian, it's going to be a first-class job, as always, as everything is out there at Stallings Stadium, Elm Street Park. And once again, hit the key dates. When is the opening ceremonies again?
It's August the 5th, and please look it up. I didn't bring the time with me, but I think it's around the 6 o'clock neighborhood, somewhere around there at the Town Common. Andrew Schmidt and Convention and Visitors Bureau do a phenomenal job putting all that stuff together for us. They're really good at what they do, and everybody leaves any event that they're involved with. Everybody leaves really excited about what's coming up next.
Yeah, and so the games will begin the following day.
Yes.
All right, and we'll be rolling from there, and hopefully we'll have the Pitt County girls team in it. They are playing right now down in Warner Robins for the Southeast Regional, and they will play coming up again on Tuesday at noon on ESPN Plus, trying to stay in that winner's bracket. Anything else we need to know, Brian, before you get out here?
Just so many people, just mention a few. The Phillips family, they're tremendous for us. Mark is tremendous at helping raise money for us and helping logistics of so many different things. His wife, Luann, helps out with all the volunteer food and runs the souvenir shop for us. My wife, she's incredible. Stays up. She's like still up working on a computer, scheduling this and scheduling that when I'm going to bed, and so that's great. Scooter does a great job for us. He handles the press box.
He's down in Georgia right now. Actually,
he's down in Georgia, yeah. And so he handles the press box, schedules all the workers, recruits all the workers, and all that kind of stuff. Chris Riddle does a terrific job with. He's our ESPN liaison. I mean, he handles everything ESPN related for us, and then Kevin Fisher runs. The whole concession operation, handles getting food trucks for us, and I mean he came in here last week and took our Little League concession stand, which didn't look too bad considering it had been through a whole season. It takes everything out of it and cleans that place. So, I mean, you could eat off the floor in there when he's done with it. And so we just have a bunch of amazing people that really help put this thing on. I know I'm missing some, but those are the ones that that come to mind first.
Awesome stuff. Little League Softball World Series coming back to Greenville. And how many years are you locked in with that, Brian?
We're locked in for 5.
Okay.
Yep. But we're confident we're going to have it for a real long time.
That'd be awesome. All right. Brian, thanks for joining us, man. And if you need anything, let us know.
Appreciate everything. Thank you.
All right, Shirley, let's make somebody a winner right now here on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday as we will start your week off right. We're going to give it away right now.
Give it away.
Still trying to come up with another song we can play.
Give it away.
Chandler's got an idea.
Give it away now. Wow, Pirate Radio, gonna be awesome.
But for now, we're going with that. Shirley, what are we giving away on this Monday?
Why don't we do a $10 gift card to AJ McMurphy's?
$10 gift card. AJ McMurphy's can be yours if you are lucky caller number
5.
Number 5, 317-1250. We got a giveaway. We'll be back with more after these words.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Whoa. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla, that was my idea. My idea. Doritos and pizza. I did that. Another one.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates! Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, NMLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Keep cool this July at your CBD store with 20% off any purchase over $100. Just mention the promo code COOL20. They have award-winning, third-party tested natural products for sleep, relaxation, pain, and even pets. Stop by today to check out new Delta and THCA products that are in stock, including gummies, seltzers, pre-rolls, and vapes, plus unique gifts and accessories. Their gummies are #1 in the world. Your CBD store, 420 East Arlington Boulevard between Duck Donuts and Jed's Pizza. Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates! Carriage.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Pirate Radio.
This mother is still rocking. We're just glad to be here alive and kicking butt on Pirate Radio. Let's go.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
I am still living with your ghost, lonely and dreaming of the West Coast. I don't want to be your downtime.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. They provide a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And congratulations to Will James of Greenville. Picked up a $10 gift card to AJ McMurphy's. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ's. They have daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio, perfect for some outdoor dining. And there's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Rock on Wednesday nights. They have live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover, and brunch every Sunday. So make today an AJ's Day. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. College game day will be in the state of North Carolina for week 1. They'll be in Charlotte to see North Carolina take on South Carolina.
Wow.
So they will be in the Queen City at your beautiful Panther Stadium.
And we're coming
Erickson Stadium.
to your city. Bank of America, but we better enjoy it while it lasts because it will not be Bank of America going forward after this year or in 2 years. So,
new stadium name.
New stadium name.
Okay.
Have you guys seen? I saw this on
Bojangles
Twitter the other day. No, not what I was talking about.
No.
But the October 21st college football slate that day.
Oh, I love doing this. I can't believe I haven't done this.
It is incredible.
Let's hear it.
Let me read this to you guys. Let me find. All right, so we got Tennessee at Alabama.
Rematch.
A rematch of the epic game.
That's right. Mississippi State at Arkansas. Another SEC battle.
All right.
Ole Miss at Auburn.
Okay.
Wisconsin at Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan at Michigan State.
Rivalry game.
Hold on, I gotta find the rest of these. But there are. Twitter was. I don't know how you guys didn't see this. Twitter was blowing up over this.
Well, right now I'm not that jacked for it.
All right, you gotta give
me some more.
All right, we gotta.
What was your date?
October 21st.
By the way, ECU takes on Charlotte that day. If you're curious,
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Turn your mic on, Joey.
Messi's in Bank of America that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clemson at Miami. Clemson at Miami.
Okay.
Penn State at Ohio State.
There we go. That'll probably be your nightcap, maybe.
Utah at USC.
Man, that could be a top 15, 10 matchup. Hopefully only late night.
Air Force at Navy.
You've got the Commander-in-Chief trophy on the line.
I don't know if I have seen a better slate than that.
It's a good slate.
I mean, that's you got a rivalry game from last year with Tennessee and Alabama where Alabama's coming for blood in Tuscaloosa.
Well, here's what I like to do too. Let's pick those times and networks.
Ooh,
so
yes,
Wisconsin, Illinois. That is Gus Johnson on Fox.
Okay.
Well,
but how about Penn State, Ohio State? You said.
I'm thinking that's going to be the new NBC night game.
I could feel that being.
That could be the big noon game.
Yeah, maybe that kicks it off, and then you put Tennessee and Alabama in prime time.
Or that's the 3:30 CBS.
That's either 3:30 or prime time. Yeah.
When are they switching the CBS 3? Because isn't it Big Ten?
That's a good question.
When are they?
I think they're doing.
Is that next year or this year? Next year?
Both.
Really?
I believe this year is both, if I'm not mistaken. Now, then when do you put USC and Utah?
See, I feel like you had to put the late,
that's
like
the late
8:30, 10 o'clock,
ABC?
like the ABC.
Is
like
there
the,
still
like
going to
the
be a
Chris Fowler game? Especially if that's going to be, I mean, that's coming down to the wire in the Pac-12, so I feel like that's going to be a decider on who wins that league.
Well, I'm pulling for a nooner for ECU that day, so I can watch those at night. Yeah. It'll be ECU and Charlotte TBA on the time. And I'm looking forward, I was talking to a UTSA dude for one of their shows, and he was like, you got to be pretty jacked up about an in-state opponent. And I was like, well, Navy might be closer to Charlotte, with the geography, but we could form a little rivalry with them. Maybe not in football as much as baseball and basketball.
It's already there in baseball.
Yeah,
and
you already got it in baseball.
Yeah, and I feel like basketball, there's always going to be bad blood if they're in your state, even if they are far away.
Yeah, and maybe something will get there with football. Now, I hope we need to beat them pretty good, or at least beat them, because they're new head coach. They're pretty down right now, but I think something could form there with the Niners.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think especially not just on the field and with players and coaches or whatever, but I think our fan bases can start to get into it. I mean, on Twitter. Yeah. So I could see that happening down the road. I would like to. I mean, I think Charlotte's an up and coming program in all three major sports: baseball, basketball, and football. So I'm excited to have them in our conference, and I'm glad to see them. I mean, they're just down the road. So. Glad to have the 49ers.
Jamie said, wait till you have to think about USC and UCLA Big Ten times. So you see UCLA versus Rutgers, and that's the 11 o'clock ESPN2 game kicking off. That's going to throw a wrench into everything.
Yeah.
That's going to be weird. All right. Joel, you got something?
Do I have something? Yeah. No, I think the best game on October 21st is definitely Charlotte FC versus Miami, Inter Miami.
All right, so Messi debuted when?
Talking soccer.
He debuted just a couple weeks ago. Game winner, some slight.
Yeah. And I guess people are excited. Did I see? Okay, I saw this. Now that I think about it, Charlotte's not going to put down natural grass, so he's not going to play.
Oh, then I'm not getting the ticket anymore. Yeah, no, I heard that. So Messi is one of the craziest contracts known to sports. So now,
isn't he partial owner?
He's partial owner of Inter Miami, and he's going to have a stake in buying a new team when they keep expanding. So he's got a clause in his contract where he refuses to play on turf to avoid injury. So all these stadiums that have turf have to roll out grass for that matchup. If you want Messi to play.
Messi will not receive special treatment when he comes to face Charlotte. They said they would not switch their field from turf to grass for the October 21st match.
Has there ever been a contract like that where a player just kind of runs the show like that? It's like, you do what I tell you to do. I'm writing the check pretty much at this point.
There's the next contract that's about to probably process here in the next few hours if it goes through. There's a player who he has two choices. He can play for his dream team, earn $65 million a year, 1.2 a week.
God forbid.
Or you can earn $700 million in the year alone, but you got to go play in somewhere random in Saudi Arabia.
Mbappe.
Yeah, so he's sitting between that right now, and then the stipulation is you got stocks in some of the top companies. You have. I think he's gonna get a percentage of some of the oil money that they make out there now.
Why didn't I play soccer when I was growing up? Good.
I mean, Americans wouldn't have gone too far anyway. I mean, you'd have to be over there.
Yeah.
If the talent that Americans have were in other countries, it'd be a game over. We'd be dominating soccer too. But
is Charlotte? Shirley, take us to break. Is Charlotte going to lose money here? Or do you think they'll still?
Well, they should. If you put in perspective, Chicago Fire plays Miami the week before, and I can go sit midsection, second section, midsections, 50-yard line, maybe $50. For that Messi game, I'm looking to sit with my family in the upper tier sections, row 17 for $165 a piece.
But now, if he doesn't play, what's going to happen?
Then the tickets will drop. But knowing Miami, knowing business, they're going to announce that 2 days before it happens. So.
Yeah, and all those tickets are going to be sold, and everybody's going to be upset, I guess, when they get there. I don't know. All right, let's take a break. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. We'll hear what Phil Steele had to say when I asked him if East Carolina would go to a bowl game this year. We'll talk about that when we return after this.
Walk dance anymore. I just wanna see some palm trees.
It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Serving those who serve is a lifelong mission, one that Budweiser supports with Folds of Honor. Together, they've been helping military families for over 13 years by funding life-changing scholarships. So join me in raising a Budweiser to raise funds for families for American heroes. Grab a case of Budweiser today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting our military veterans and the Pirate Nation since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro. We are the professional office systems people.
In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Pirate Radio.
You know, I think this is a pretty blue-collar, tough, hard-nosed fan base, and that's where our teams are going to be.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, now we're looking at announcers. This is good, like football lead up stuff.
I love it. This is fun.
So, is Brady doing this year?
I don't know. I know he's got some stuff to do this fall, because I remember he came out and made a video about it, saying that he's got kind of like all these endorsement stuff to do this, so that he might not be able to do this year. But the question we were just talking about is, do you put him in the one booth with Kevin Burkhardt, or do you keep Olsen in there for now?
I would keep Olsen. He's been great.
I think he's been awesome.
I don't think you take. I think Olsen was so good you cannot take him out, even if it's for a name like Tom Brady.
Yeah. He did a podcast with Part of My Take the other day, and he was talking about how like he kind of leaned into it and didn't try to shy away from it, and that's why it made it so sad. Like the Super Bowl, he was phenomenal. He was awesome. I had no problem with him, and I'm the biggest Brady guy you can find, and I'm like, you should keep Olsen in the number one booth.
All right, so I'm looking at so you got Nance and Romo, of course, and let's throw it down to Tracy. Love Tracy Wilson.
Hello, friends.
Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn, Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and Matt Ryan will be joining the booth this year.
Andrew Catalan.
So in the tweet, it says J.J. Watt, Matt Ryan, Jason McCourty, Ross Tucker join as analysts. And I see McCourty and I see Tucker. I don't see, where's J.J. Watt?
I don't know.
So
Might be a booth, like not like a booth, but an analyst kind of with like the main guys, like the Gronks and the, those
like
kind
the
of
pregame.
Guys. Yeah, pregame.
Did I miss that he was going to go into broadcasting?
I guess so. I don't remember it, but it kind of rings a bell. What do you think about Romo? Because he's done a lot of Patriots.
Here we go, Jim.
I would imagine.
I have never had a problem with him, honestly. I don't know what the hate is. Like, I guess early in his career when he would literally call plays before they happened, that would kind of frustrate people. But I've never really had an issue with him. Like, people get so frustrated by him, and it's just been like, God knows what he's talking about.
I think he's great. I like him because he is into the game.
And he breaks it down.
That's why I like Olsen, too. It feels like he's really excited about what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell.
For sure.
So, all right, there's your CBS game announcers for this year. So, another thing we were talking about, Danny brought up the Untold on Netflix, which in the past have done Manti Te'o. They had a great one on this minor league hockey team. That was really good.
And the betting scandal in the NBA with the refs.
Yeah, Tim Donaghy. Yep. So there is a new batch coming out beginning next Tuesday. But you are fired up for one in particular, maybe a couple, but it looks like it's going to be a 4-parter on the Urban Meyer, Tim Tebow, Aaron Hernandez.
It's called what? Swamp Kings?
Swamp Kings.
Swamp Kings.
That doesn't fire you up. Me and Chandler were sitting here just naming off players, being like, this is going to be awesome.
Think about the characters on that team. Percy Harvin, Tim Tebow, Aaron Hernandez,
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton might be on that.
The Pouncey Twins.
The Pouncey Twins is a good one.
Riley Cooper.
Riley Cooper.
They became famous.
And then, of course, the biggest character probably of them all, Urban Meyer. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be fascinating. They have a Johnny Footballin' episode. All these are going to be throughout August, and they're going to drop one a week. The Florida one isn't until the end of August, but August 1st will be like Jake Paul, which I'm not really interested in, but I love documentaries, so I will check it out. And then the week after that, you got the Johnny Football. There's also one for you older baseball fans on Victor Conti and the steroid stuff, which will probably be interesting too. So that's exciting. Kind of their Netflix's response to 30 for 30, I guess.
Apple just came out with a Steph Curry one, I think, this past weekend as well. I think it was called Underrated. My mom sent it to me, and I watched it last night with a couple of my roommates, and it was 2 hours of just Davidson basketball glory, and it was a lot of interesting stuff in there, especially from his perspective, playing through that tournament where they made it to the Elite Eight, lost to Kansas in 2008, I believe.
That was a great run. They beat Gonzaga. Did they beat Georgetown?
Beat Georgetown with Roy Hibbert and Ewing's son. I think that was the Sweet 16 game, and then they
beat Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
That was an awesome run.
Incredible.
Jamie says, "Who's worse, Urban Meyer or Aaron Hernandez?" Well,
flip a coin.
I used to have an Aaron Hernandez Florida jersey back in the day, actually, when I was young.
I'm gonna go with Hernandez just because he physically,
I feel like that's
ended
fair.
people's lives,
killed somebody.
I'm gonna say he's the worst. What'd you do with that jersey? Did you sell it? You own it? Were you one of the guys that
no,
like
I think
burned
it's no. I loved Aaron Hernandez. He's Puerto Rican. I mean, he was a great guy. I mean, until it happened.
I was about to say, he was one of my favorite Patriots.
Was he a great guy though?
It's awesome.
He was a cool, as in for.
He was a good player.
I remember he was novice for or known for his interactions with fans. Like I liked.
Okay.
He's always cool with the kids. I mean, he would stop for every autograph type of guy.
Okay.
I mean, his head just kind of.
And then
Once he signed that $50 million contract, I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then it kind of went downhill from there.
Jamie says, talking about announcers, Tom Brady will be awful. Matt Ryan, no personality. Drew Brees, awful. J.J. Watt will be good. Those are,
I can't wrap my head around Tom Brady being bad at something. So I think he'll find a way to make it interesting, whether it's a Romo thing or if it's
maybe it's about time he is bad at something.
And for some reason,
What'd you say? Maybe it's about time.
Yeah,
like, everybody's due. You know?
And I feel like I can't see J.J. Watt being an announcer.
Not for long.
That's something I have to like. I knew Greg Olson was going to be a hell of a broadcaster. Just seeing his post-game interviews and stuff, I have to see it to believe it with J.J. Watt.
I never knew Tony Romo had a personality. Like watching him all those years, he never had any great interviews or anything.
And I'm not saying J.J. Watt's going to be bad, but it's just one of those deals where I have to see it to believe it. Kind of like with Romo, with you, yeah.
So yeah,
I'm loving this discussion.
I do agree. Drew Brees was bad. Just very boring.
God, he didn't even make it long.
He's just bland.
They tried him in the booth maybe, and then they had him down on the sideline with Chris Collinsworth's son and somebody else, and they're like, all right, now you go sit over there. You're not good at this.
It doesn't always work. Are we getting Eli and Peyton back for another year?
I hope so. You don't like it?
Out on it.
Why?
Out on it.
Why?
I don't know if it's just my hatred for Peyton and Eli, but I just don't like. I just not into it. It is the football version of the K-Rod broadcast on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah, but it's a lot better.
Don't get me wrong. Some of the interviews I'll listen to and I'm interested in it, but I'm just going to turn on Joe Buck and enjoy myself.
I
don't
get
care
that
who's playing.
Eli ruined your Sunday twice. And I hate Eli too. I didn't like the Giants. He's got a great sense of humor and is a really cool dude.
I just so much prefer Joe Buck. Joe Buck's the man.
Okay, all right.
Eli, the Manning brothers or Cliff and Chandler Honeycutt on Pirate Radio watch-alongs?
I don't even think it's close.
We've never beat his team in the Super Bowl or in the AFC Championship, so he likes us more. All right, we'll take our final break, come back, wrap it up after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
There's nothing like holding a freshly grilled Jersey Mike's cheesesteak. It's even better than holding a winning $1 million lottery ticket. For starters, Uncle Sam takes half. Then you buy some useless stuff, like a tiny suit of armor for your cat. And before you know it, your sister's cousins and Uncle Frankie come knocking on your door for handouts. Bing, bang, boom, you're back to zero. So if you want to play a winning number, order a number 17 Mike's Famous Philly. Freshly grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engine with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Pirate Radio!
Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back, and taking a quick look at your stock market report. And to start out the week, it was a good day for the Dow. It was up 183 points at 35,411. The NASDAQ was up 26 at 14,058. The S&P was up 18 at 4,554. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, wrapping it up here on a Monday. Joey, Danny, thanks for being a part of the sports discussion today. It was fun. It
was a pleasure. It was
awesome.
A fun show.
I
love doing that stuff.
And thank all you folks on YouTube, Facebook. Had a good time. Jansen says, Joe Buck is absolutely awful. He's tolerable in baseball. Everybody's got their opinions. That's what makes America great. We all think different things. It'd be boring if we all thought the same thing, right? All right, Jan Man, we'll see you tomorrow. Shirley Rhodes, same to you and all you fine folks out there. We'll talk to you Tuesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville.